I'm a little young, but you don't know what I've become. Can't you see it in my face? But even living in disguise, but you can see the killer in my eyes. I've got a look you can't escape. 僕の未来は誰にもわからない。皆は僕をダメなやつと思う。鏡を見つめる僕を見下げているけど中には大きな力希望がある。 Maybe I'm a little young, but you don't know what I've become. Can't you see it in my face? A demon living in disguise, but you can see the killer in my eyes. I've got a look you can't escape. You can't escape. No one understood the world that I was making. Look me in the face and tell me I was faking. Maybe I'm a little young, but you don't know what I've become. Can't you see it in my face? A demon living in disguise, but you can see the killer in my eyes. I've got a look you can't escape. What you think about when you're born into a fire? Let them burn it out. Sell them to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away, fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. Listen up now, because we're never dropping out. Beat the odds, beat the big house. Our brains are bigger than the doubt. We've been thinking for ourselves, never let the truth fade away. This is bigger than ourselves, we won't let the world burn away, burn away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To blame, haters face the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway.
Hello, chat. How we doing today? Are we doing PogChamp, perhaps? Um, well, okay. So let's yeah. So to answer the question from pre-stream chatters, let me. I was painting yesterday, so I was showing some people what I was painting. I'll show you what I was painting. Actually, here we go. We finally got around to this one. This was sitting in my backlog. We have started this big Oni. I didn't have any red. So he is like this burgundy shade of like royal purple. We'll get some gold trim on there. I just picked up some gold paint today. What up, D Money? D Money is a. I've never heard that one before. I gotta be honest. So I started painting this. And yeah, to answer your question, I'm drinking a sparkling starfruit pineapple Celsius. Not a fan. My brother loves these things. Um, but yeah. So last time we tried to cover this topic, I got distracted. I got distracted by a chatter who threatened to kill me. And so I said if he showed up to my doorstep, I'd shoot him with a gun. In Minecraft. In Minecraft. In Minecraft. Um, Listen, he was gonna grief my home. Okay, so lo and behold, I needed to make sure that I told him that I had the bow and arrow and diamond sword at the ready. Um, what the stream was originally supposed to be about was me talking about the quartering. Now, I had originally started talking about this when the Custodes drama started happening, which I did cover, and you can watch that previous streams to see me talk about it a little bit more. To answer Little Guys Incorporated server question, um, we bought custodian wardens. Um, I should have bought the starter box of custodies, to be honest. I honestly wasted way too much money on this. So I got the custodies wardens. There's 5 models in here. I know they're fairly big. Um, and yeah, I know it says $60 on a box, but I get like 15% off, right? Um, and then Sisters of Silence, I also picked up. So they're listed as sororitas on here at the store I go to. But yeah, I picked up Sisters of Silence as well. And so I am going to be making a female Custodes. You might be wondering where I'm getting some of the parts to do the female Custodes. Well, that's why I picked up this. I do play Warcry. But I decided to pick up the Quester's Soulsworn Warcry team. Warhammer miniatures, someone's making the big bucks. I rarely buy miniatures now. I have a humongous backlog. For like $100, I have like over 3,000 points of Death Guard. So I haven't been buying at all. But you know, I was kind of having a bad day today, and so I decided to treat myself. You should have had a friend. I have a 3D printer, right? And I was going to print up some females, but I have something else running on the printer right now. And I didn't want to, waste any more time, really. Um, but yeah, I like how Age of Sigmar is doing some of its women's heads and haircuts, which is why I picked up this box. There's also some cool weapons in here that I'm going to make a little bit more Custodes friendly with some kit pashing. Diesel plays Stinky Death Guard. I do. So my main army is orcs. I have a lot of Death Guard. And then in AOS, I have Stormcast Eternals. So, you know. What are you printing? I am printing a miniature. But yeah. And then as for Kill Team, I have quite a few kill teams, but yeah. So there's a lot. I mean, I'm trying to get through like my backlog. Um, like on my bookshelf, none of you can see it. I have a collection of every model of the RX-78, which is a model from Gundam. So I have the Ecopla Gundam, so I'm doing a lot of that. The Ecopla Gundam, Gundam Universe figurine, the American Gundam, only available at Target, the Gundam Base limited edition Gundam, HG RX-78 Gundam, the see-through variant RX-78. I don't know what that purple one is. I don't know if anybody will be able to tell. I'll bring it over. How much clothes? Not a lot of clothes. I'm not entirely sure what this model of RX-78 is. It's like some weird purple variant. I don't know. I trust me, I don't have the problem of being the stinky Death Guard guy. But yeah, I've been doing more Gundams. I did like a 30 minutes missions to get myself back into it. I mean, you can see I have one sitting here. I picked this up from Bandai Premium like a year ago, and it's just been sitting around. But it's like the Japan Pavilion Expo from 2020. Womp womp. But yeah, I like collecting different variants of it, so I've just been getting back into building those variants. But yeah, I haven't bought miniatures in quite some time. Anyway, all that to say, I know what I know what I'm talking about when it comes to like tabletop and like hobby crap, because it's like my drug of choice. Like I don't drink, I don't do drugs, I don't do steroids. I mean, yet, but like, yeah. So there. Yeah. Actually, that was a pretty cheap P Bandai. I think that one was like $20. Do you like MTG? Unfortunately, yes. Yes. And by the way, yeah, I do have the Warhammer Commander deck. So, yeah. Anyway, today I'm finally getting around to it. Why does Slug want to fuck me so bad? What is going on? Why do you want to fuck me so bad? I drink very rarely. I drink very rarely. It's a RX-78-3. Holy shit. You're able to find it? It's a third gen of RX-78. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I had built it so long ago. I have a couple of other RX-78s I need to build. I just like collecting it. It's such a classic design, you know what I mean? Anyway, we're not here to talk about things I enjoy today. We're here to talk about things that I don't like. Right? We're here to talk about the quartering on Fresh and Fit. Now, personally, these politically related streams, I mean, I take them or leave them. It just so happens that a lot of the ridiculously cringe stuff, because you're submissive and thank you, Red Kitten. I try to be. Uh, you can't sell plasma if you use anabolics. Damn. Yeah, so I forgot my train of thought. Must have not been important. Oh, also, if you hear some whirring in the background, I have my AC on. It's pretty fucking hot, and my balls be falling off because it's so sweaty. Um, but that's why you might hear that like brrr in the background. Because I'm hot, but like physically. Anyway, yeah. So I know about the Fresh and Fit baby mama drama. I need to get caught up on it. That'll be a separate stream. But this was quite an astounding situation for the quartering, and you might be wondering why. The quartering doesn't do public appearances like this very often. He doesn't do debates. He doesn't do any of that stuff. It doesn't happen very often. So for him to do this is actually quite rare, right? Boy smell is here, babes. So this is quite rare for it to happen. And I'm very interested to see what's going on. Apparently the quartering and Fresh and Fit had some like social media beef. So let's just see. I don't really know what I'm getting into. If it gets boring, I might just change. I do like woman milk. I can't even disagree with that statement. Why did I say that out loud? Okay. So I've never watched Fresh and Fit before. I barely know anything about these guys. I know they kind of inhabit the same kind of universe as like Andrew Tate, like that manosphere type thing. I mean, listen, I'm a very confident man, but like quartering taking a side quest, yeah.
Up to the people, please. But we are here with Jeremy from the quartering. Quick announcement.
We had some beef, by the way.
We did, but it's good now.
We're gonna see real quick.
This guy fresh, man.
Get updates, man.
Guys, rumble.com/freshfit, also castclub.tv. But let's bring Jeremy on, man. We got him here virtually, guys, all the way from the Midwest. He is here with us, man.
It's gonna be a long fucking stream, isn't it? These two guys are actually quartering's two gay black dads, by the way.
Welcome to the show, Jeremy. We're happy to have you, man. You've been on YouTube for a while, man. You're an OG in the space, man. So for those that
real men don't need alpha males to show them how to become alphas. Yeah, I'm gonna sound real gay if I say, oh yeah, I'm alpha as fuck, but like, being alpha is all about being like confident in yourself and shit,
Not be familiar with you. Can you introduce yourself to the people, please?
Yeah. Thanks for having me on. I just want to announce my whiteness precludes me from understanding about 80% of your sound effects, so I don't know.
Oh my god, bro didn't know. Bro doesn't know about Dom DeMarco, bro.
Know what they mean when you press them, but yeah, shout out, thanks for having me on. I've been on YouTube since maybe for like 20 years, and on Rumble for the past couple years. That's one thing we have in common. We've embraced Rumble, and that's what it's all about: free speech and the alternative options to YouTube is I think
can't believe he opened with that.
brings us together the most.
Yeah. Let me ask you about that, Jeremy. Like, what do you think? Like, how important is it to have alternative platforms in protecting free speech in the censored world that we're in? I mean, I know we were chopping it up.
Okay. All right. Here's the problem with the free speech Andes. Okay. Don't get me wrong. I would consider myself in the free speech Andy department. All right. But I also don't wake up in the morning and go around and saying like ridiculous shit for no reason, because I do walk out into the street and talk to regular people with regular jobs. And they generally don't have strong opinions on this or can't articulate them at all. They just go, I just want to say what I want and just live my life, right? But Rumble sounds like a gay hookup site. But every time one of these guys gets on the internet and they're like, free speech, we got to stop censorship, right? It's always for like the worst examples in the world, right? Don't get me wrong. I wish I could play Stellar Blade. I have like 100 hours in Nikkei Goddess of Victory. I like Shift Up as a studio, right? But it's ridiculous that the guys defending like the anti-censorship, the free speech are like trying to like be like, listen, guys, they're censoring the game, and it's like Eve with her ass cheeks spread out, and it's like nobody's gonna take you seriously if that's your argument. And then they say, no, it's not about that. It's about them censoring the content. And then they're like, oh, you mean the content like the hard R store? And they're like, no. Okay, so then what is it? If it's not the N-word store and it's not the ass cheeks, then what is it? But it's all the time where it's like, I'm allowed to have free speech up until the moment where the free speech disagrees with my other political beliefs, right? Like, I like free speech, but Games Workshop can't do female custodies or something like ridiculous like that. Okay. See, the free speech doesn't mean you're not going to get into trouble for horrendous shit you say, right? Like, there's different levels of it, right? Because people say that, and then they immediately go, well, you can't yell fire in a crowded theater. Well, yeah. We all fucking know that, right? But it's like, it's the levels of punishment, right? Like, airing a hot take here, chat, airing a political statement that is like conservative should not get you fired from your job, which has happened. But that's different from being like, we need to gas minority group here or majority group here. Like, if we say we need to line up all these people and commit a war crime, then maybe that is, you know, grounds for you to be brought into, you know, for something. But like, generally most people are going to go, wow, that guy's crazy. But, you know, if you're allowed to have political discourse and political opinions, and I think a lot of the times is that people conflate an opposing opinion with like the crazy, I want blank group dead opinion, and that's the problem. It's a very minor censorship. I understand why they're mad, kind of last straw moment, but woke grifting is annoying. Yeah. I just wouldn't want to waste the energy on the Stellar Blade Hard R store. Like, if I wanted to direct my energy in, like, the fight for free speech, that would not be where I'd put it. Personally. Yeah, and then, like, obviously, if you, like, walk around saying the N-word in public and someone punches you for it, that's, like, different than... Like it's variable, right? People want to attribute, like, one answer to it, but it really just depends on the situation and what you're saying and who you're saying it with. Like, I'm Hispanic, right? Now, if I'm hanging out, like, in the hood with, like, a bunch of other, like, hood people, you're probably going to have a very colored group of individuals, right? Those friends would even say to me, hey, Diesel, you can say the N-word. Like, you're one of the brothers, right? Like, you can say it. But then if I'm, like, around white people, I wouldn't be allowed to say it because they'd be like, whoa, Diesel, you're white. It's weird because I'm Hispanic, right? So other people make assumptions about my race and ethnicity all the time for their own personal beliefs and all of that. But, you know, it's variable, right? Like, I don't really say the N-word, really. I don't really hang out around people that are like, Diesel, say it. But, you know, it depends, and, like, the social situation of it can change a lot of it. Diesel in the hood with hood people. Diesel is saying that he has black friends, but then when you say that, that makes you sound like the whitest person you know. It makes you sound like the quartering. Diesel is invited to the cookout. Yeah, if you're, like, half black, half Hispanic, or you're, like, light skin, like, you totally get that shit all the fucking time. Where you're white to black people, but you're black to white people, and or they just decide, right? So you can say whatever, like you can't say anything because they just can't pin you down. I don't really say the N-word. Diesel 2024. I'll say it. I've said the N-word. I've said the N-word. I've said it. I don't direct it at people. I don't go, that guy's an N-word. That doesn't happen. I wonder where Lex falls. If you didn't tell me that Lex was black, I wouldn't know that she's mixed, personally. I don't know if I invite you to the cookout, but I'll bring you into Gunpla. Oh, thanks, Jazz. No, they're gonna cancel you, Diesel. No. Listen, we need to be honest about what happens and like what we say and how we act, right? Like, come on. At this point, I've embraced the racial ambiguity. There's something satisfying seeing those kind of people get uncomfortable when they can't accurately clock me. Yeah, I actually do kind of revel in that too. I know I've talked about it on stream. There was a guy once, he was a professor. A professor, I think he was trying to be inclusive, but I was the only minority in the classroom. But he called me Latinx, and I had to pull him aside after class and tell him never to do that again, or I would take him to the school's like HR because I was so fucking pissed. Pookie, stop talking.
Here. We got Dom in the studio, by the way, as well, guys. He's here chilling with us, and we're talking about free speech and all that other stuff. But what's your general thoughts on it? We didn't get to talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously, if you've been around for a minute, you guys have been around for a while too. YouTube has basically been it, and there's been a bunch of other options that have popped up. But really, until now, between X and Rumble, we find.
Okay, well, first of all, the soyness of him is palpable because Latinx sounds more like a slur. If I say it like Latinx, it sounds like a slur. Latinx. Guys, the Celsius doesn't make you racist. Big Celsius wants you to know that.
Actually have some options. Whether or not YouTube doesn't like your particular content, like perhaps your particular content YouTube does not like,
yeah,
or they don't like the things that you say, which relates more to some of the things that I talk about.
Okay, I gotta be frank. Here's the thing. I think YouTube censors channels much less than these guys think they do. Here's my reasoning for that. Right? Hold on. I had to pull up the last stream to... Right? Here's why I
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones being the first words out of his mouth in that situation is quite hilarious. So the quartering uploads 6 times a day.
Cat was taken celebrates 11 months of membership. Call me Latinx and I'll forget my pacifist beliefs.
So the quartering talks about his content being censored. And for what it's worth, quartering gets very good views for his size of a channel. But not great. He definitely could have more for many of these videos, right? If we look at something that was uploaded roughly, like, what? He takes off on the weekends, so that was, like, Friday. Like, 96K views for, like, a streaming news video. Having bad takes works as natural censorship. It's interesting. I often find myself arguing with how much I'm going to censor myself against my chat. Because I know we disagree on a lot of things, personally. But like 95, 96K views on a video is pretty fucking bad. If he's putting a video out on Friday and he's getting 158K views, that's probably better for his size, right? But he's uploading 6 times a day. So he is maxing out, not to mention shorts, right? The quartering is maxing out the number of notifications he can push out to an audience, which means his audience isn't getting every single notification for every upload he does at every hour of the day. I'm sure he's aware of this, right? You get a max of 6 from YouTube, you go over that, then YouTube's going to either assume you're spamming or just not send your stuff out to the sub feed, right? It's not going to show up in the notifications bar. It's just not going to happen. They're not going to get the email about it, all that, right? These guys are always talking about how my content's censored, my content's this. Well, it's like, well, one, how much of it is censored versus how much does your audience care about it? Okay? And I think a lot of the times we want to blame YouTube for it, but the reality is that they're much more passive, right? So they're always talking about how YouTube is like censoring them, but it's like, who in the quartering's audience is going to care about like fucking like the college protests that are currently going on now? I'd argue they don't, right? I think it's not surprising that the people that engage with this content are more interested in the drama with the Daily Wire or the stuff around woke streaming platforms than they are about like actual news. People come to Quartering for like the entertainment stuff, in my opinion, right? Based on the type of content he produces. So when he doesn't gauge his content around that, I'm not surprised that it does a little worse, right? But the thing is that they want to say, oh, why isn't my content exploding? It must be that YouTube is censoring me. Well, majority of the time, it's just that the content doesn't resonate with the audience, and you got to realize that. And I had to realize that with like content I would make, where I was like, well, I'm making great videos. Why isn't my content reaching people? No, my videos weren't great. Nobody gave a shit about the content I was making. Even now, this stream is going to do worse than the Lex Updog stream that I did Sunday or Saturday, right? Saturday. Because that was a new topic, that was current, and that was about drama that was recently unfolding. But this is old. So less people are going to be here watching this stream than the Lex stream, right? Like 70 concurrent viewers, right? Of course it's less. I'm not surprised it's less. Why wouldn't it be? Who the fuck cares about this? I'm talking about a subject that's old, right? Now, if I was talking about the Senate stuff, the Leo convoy stuff, maybe then the content, my views would be up. But I'm choosing to cover something that is not that because I just don't want to waste the time right now. But yeah, it's like you got to be able to kind of look at it and see first what I did wrong before we start thinking about extraneous things that might be causing issues, right? And then after you realize, okay, well, I got everything locked in, I'm uploading at the right time, my metadata is correct, this is a content that I know would engage with my audience, then we can start talking about maybe YouTube censoring my content. Like Shadiversity's not having his content censored. People just don't want to fucking watch his videos.
Option, a real option to be able to reach people and speak uncensored, even if you're wrong, is so.
Oh, and then also these other platforms that the problem with alternative YouTube platforms, and I do think there should be alternatives to YouTube. I think it's sometimes like we're getting to this point where like YouTube is completely like the only place, and it's a problem. But when you sell the idea of an alternative site on free speech, you're going to alienate a lot of people. Another problem is that the kind of people you're going to like bring to the platform are going to naturally be very alienating personalities. Fresh and Fit, Quartering, Sneeko, Neon, these kind of guys, you bring them to Rumble, you bring them to Kick, people are going to go, I don't want to be next to them. I don't want to bother with that. And so then you end up having this cycle where the sites end up just getting these very like insulated view of politics. For what it's worth, YouTube has a very diverse range of political beliefs. The only thing that's not allowed is like fringe beliefs. And then I go over to like not Odyssey. What's the one that's like Rumble but not? I can't remember, but there's like a place that's like Rumble but not, and then it has like videos from Mouthy Buddha on its like homepage. And then like if you watch Mouthy Buddha, he is just a neo-Nazi. Okay? So it's like what are you going to want to upload videos to that site? Like no, like
important. I mean, we saw all of the changes that happened, you know, with the lockdowns, right? This is the fact. Everyone, this is the fact. You got to do this, you got to do that.
Yeah.
If you said anything different, you would get banned. Well, all those people that got banned,
BitChute, thank you.
You know, for saying like, well, maybe I don't want to do this, or maybe I don't want to do this. None of those people got unbanned, right? So having a place like Rumble is really, really important, where really anything alternative, right? I mean, we're both kind of ride with Rumble, but to be fair, any new tech, any tech that embraces free speech,
even Kick,
is really, really good.
Even though they're like competitors, right? And I think Rumble is a superior platform to Kick. I still think it's good.
I don't think Rumble's ever going to compete with Kick. Kick has at least cemented itself as a place people will go. Nobody wants to go to Rumble. The UI on Rumble sucks. Anybody saying that Rumble is superior has like an invested monetary interest in Rumble. Everyone I have talked to that, and I'm talking about people that are like important, not like these. I mean, Fresh and Fit probably is important in the grand scheme of like the discourse for platforms. But I had a conversation with somebody who does have a vested interest in it, in it succeeding. They've kind of seed funded a couple of other platform alternatives like Storyfire, and he was telling me, he's like, you got to get on Rumble. You got to get on Rumble. And I go through the process of going on Rumble, and like it's terrible. Like Rumble's UI is horrid. It's bad. Like it's bad. I'm sorry, it's bad. Okay? Like it's clearly based around live streaming. Fine. But then like the way you engage with content on here, it just sucks. And the back end for creators is horrible, right? Like that, it's just so bad. Like just engaging with content here sucks so much. And even now, I'm not signed in. And let's say, you know, I want to experience content that's not on YouTube. I want to engage with it. I go to Rumble. I'm not signed in. I have Glenn Greenwald. I have Fresh and Fit. I have Roger Stone, Donald Trump Jr. That's all political. That's all political. It's all political. You know, at least Barstool Sports is on here making regular Barstool Sports content. It makes sense for them to be on here, in my opinion. And then you have gaming streams, but they're all like 2 viewer Andys. Okay, I'm eclipsing all of these viewers' streams right now. And it's nothing but this. It's all just this. It's all political crap. There's like so much. I'm kind of curious to click on the conspiracies tab. Sorry. Oh my god. InfoWars. It looks like off-brand Twitch. It is. It is. And if I were to tell you that this is actually a video posting site, you probably wouldn't know. You just wouldn't know.
Another alternative platform out there to, you know, to big tech, right? And
I'm glad it exists.
Yeah.
Because Twitch needs competition. I mean, for real, like Twitch is kind of like dead. Like, I mean, obviously they have a lot of streamers there, but they're not hot. They're not where people want to stream.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and I think it's great. Like, yeah, like you said. I mean, whatever. Rumble's
Let
way better
Josh out of his cage. I'm not letting Josh out of his cage today.
than Kick. Obviously, you have to be an idiot to disagree. But I'm super glad that Kick exists because
Oh
you know,
my
there's an option
god.
for people.
Josh, you get 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Hi, Josh.
Yo, what is up? So I see you're looking into the quarter pounder.
Yes.
Yes. Man, this is fucking hilarious. He's like, I can't believe it, man. The fact that he's now in this what was it? This Fresh and Fit podcast and all that kind of jazz. This is great. This is great. And peer pressure wins again. You see, you get the people. The people want to see this. And Baba Boy. No. Let's keep playing the clip. By the way, I want to see this as well.
You want to see this?
Yes, please.
Here, hold on. I'll share my screen to you.
All right, bet. I like how your name is Pookie Bear.
Thank you. I'm CEO Pookie Bear.
Yeah, you're my Pookie Bear.
Thanks, Josh.
I love you too. But sadly, actually, unfortunately for you, you know, I've been taken. So what a shame. You could have had your chance.
I mean, you're a dime, Josh. Okay.
All right, let's do this.
Spicy opinions or non-mainstream opinions or you know, want to push the envelope. There used to be a time, I don't know, you guys are young bucks, but like there used to be a time on the internet where it was basically unregulated and you got to see whatever you wanted to see, for better or worse. Those days are gone. I remember watching my first beheading video and I think I still see it in my mind.
What?
What?
Josh,
are you free?
Come on, don't you want to see all the beheading videos that we can't see now?
Oh man, dude, you and remember the time in the early 2000s of like the internet where there's like religious conspiracy theories or some shit like that that's been like predominated on the internet, and then if you go against the grain at the time, you get shat on. Yeah, that is pre-skeptic lore, by the way. That is pre-skeptic lore. It's a good meme. Solid.
Well, you were ingrained in that community a long time ago. So
Oh yeah, no, I'm like a walking encyclopedia of old shit. I know the rise and falls of many people,
mhm.
and in this one, the quartering, in his case, he just came out right after Gamergate.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's like a post Gamergate guy.
Yeah, post Gamergate, and yeah, that's about it. You know, yeah. If anything, he would have gotten into one of those YouTube boxing matches. I think it was either against Tipster.
I
Or
believe
Boogie?
it was. I believe it was against Tipster because I think Tipster challenged him and Keemstar was trying to make that happen, and Quartering wouldn't do it.
And then Quartering just backed out like a little baby back bitch.
Yeah.
And there you have it. You know, the money talks while the bullshit walks. That would have been a lot of money, first off. And it would probably be the second heaviest match in YouTube history.
Yeah, it would have been. It would have been. I mean, Tipster's a big guy, so
Yeah, no, hence why I would say the second heaviest, because we got Wings and what was it, Boogie.
And Boogie,
Which, by the way, I actually made over $400 off of that bet that Wings would beat the shit out of Boogie, because of my historical analysis was like, with the fact that Boogie 2988 did not have the balls to shoot what's his guy's
Frank
name?
Hassel.
Frank Hassel,
Yeah.
right? The fact that he's too much of a pussy to do it, you know. He
Oh
didn't
wait,
do
no,
it.
wasn't it Review Tech USA Quartering was gonna fight? I'm almost certain it was. No, it was Review Tech USA. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
Review
it was.
Tech.
It was
Oh,
Review
shit.
Tech versus Quartering. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, thank you. That is fucking hilarious. Wow. The
Holy
more you know.
shit.
And Review Tech USA has a fucking dog in him. Richard has a dog in him. All right. Aside from the politics, Richard, Review Tech USA knows how to stick to his guns and be like, hey, this shit's whack. I don't know what the fuck is going on with the Quartering. The Quartering seems like the negative version of Review Tech USA. It's like an alternate universe. You know how like in the Justice League there's like the negative villainous counterparts of their universe. You know, like
Yeah.
how there's like Batman and then there's Owlman. It's like there's Review Tech USA and then there's the Quartering right here.
I think what Axis said earlier about Quartering wanted to be Mundane Matt so bad in Gamergate is pretty accurate. I'd say the Quartering is like evil Mundane Matt, and Mundane Matt's already like an annoying piece of shit anyway.
Oh yeah. No, I got tons of story with Mundane Matt, but that's a whole different can of worms
Yeah,
for this lore.
that's Internet Blood Sports days.
Oh yeah, those were the days. But I'm just honestly surprised that Fresh and Fit is there. This is, oh man, the marketplace of ideas, everybody, where it's regulated by morons, and the real winner of it all is Patreon. Shit. Yeah, but let's pull that shit up, Jamie. Keep watching this.
Well,
During
there
Iraq
used to
War,
be,
they were all over the place.
yes,
During
right.
Iraq
There was
War.
that famous
I know,
soldier
yeah.
that got.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there used to be websites for that kind of stuff, all sorts of crazy. That's the world I grew up in, and then like YouTube came around and basically
Why
sanitized
is
the
he
internet.
talking about that like it's a good era? Like, what?
No.
There's nothing positive about that.
It was okay, like early internet where there's like cats and like the guy swinging his arms around singing lip syncing to Numa Numa, like that shit was that was a good time to be honest.
But then the alternative was like you'd go on Live Leak and you'd see like a guy fall into an industrial size like wheel chipper and
Yeah.
Like-
I seen enough of that off of Poe's Twitter account.
Should check out Quartering's fail channel. That was him filming claw toy machines.
If you know, you know. But keep going.
QTV's hood ornament, if you were in the server, drop that into the Quartering channel and I will take a look at that because that sounds absolutely outrageous.
Well, now
Oh,
you have
man.
X. For better or worse, you can basically see the real world as it happens, and Rumble, and even like again, yeah, shout out Kick too. Like as far as I know, Kick, I feel like they banned some of these like
weirdo IRL streamers, but for the most part, they've been okay, as far as I know.
They bring them back. It's weird. I think they got like a publicity stunt where they ban them and then they bring them back. It's really strange.
The ban is like 30 minutes long.
Yeah, and
and
then they bring them right back, and then they tweet about it.
What kind of ban is that?
And I'm like,
30
I'm
minutes?
convinced they got like some kind of marketing scheme with drama alert or something like that, where like they'll ban Neon for like a day, and they're like, oh, we brought it
They
back.
got a marketing scheme with drama alert.
The heck? All Keem is doing is setting up fights for the YouTube boxing. He's like all in as a boxing promoter, dude.
I was inches away from going to see the Lol Cows in person. I was gonna go with Kristen Ark, and then Wing said buying a plane ticket to Texas was too expensive. So my ass isn't going to Texas.
Oh yeah.
Pissed.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah, Neon. Yeah, Neon's in prison. Oh, just kidding. He's not in prison. No,
Yeah.
yes, he is in prison.
Yeah. I don't
Bro,
even
hey,
know.
let me tell people out there, if you're gonna go to Saudi Arabia, you better read a book.
Yeah,
You
he's
better
from Dubai,
understand.
but yeah, similar laws. Similar laws.
Yeah, well, like you can't be.
UAE, sorry.
Well, apparently,
UAE, yes,
apparently
yeah.
he died in a flood.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry, yeah, the rain because they were
He's in
seeding the
prison,
clouds too
He
much.
died in a flood. Is he alive? Who knows, bro? At this point, like,
yeah. But
Yeah, they overseeded clouds, which is a crazy thing. If you had uploaded a video on YouTube 5 years ago about cloud seeding, you probably would have got banned and been called a conspiracy theorist. But there's so much
Yep.
money over there. That's what's led to the flooding.
yeah, it was actually self-created. The flood.
really,
Speaking of like
I did not
Saudi
know that.
Arabia, you know what? I've just realized something. Okay, here's what doesn't make sense because Neon's like with Sneeko and Fresh and Fit is also under the Sneeko like umbrella and all that kind of jazz, right? Here's what it doesn't make sense to me. Sneeko sparred with a former UFC champion known as Sean Strickland, and yet he would not fight Brandon Buckingham.
I honestly don't know why Sneeko keeps avoiding Brandon.
I don't understand, but you got your shit pushed in by Sean Strickland, who wasn't even going at 100%, right? And you would spar with a world champion and get your ass beat, but you're not gonna fight Brendan Buckingham. Make sense. So this is something like I don't understand.
Like I don't know. I mean, it's like the internet tough guy thing, right? Like where they say, you know, I'll fight, I'll throw hands. Like
Yeah.
Rich was now that I remember, Rich was in the gym even before they signed a contract. There was a contract drafted up. Quartering wasn't signing it. So Rich was training on the off chance a fight happened. And it was never fucking happening. Like Flamenco, speaking of, Flamenco was never fucking training for his fight either. Like
Yeah, I made Bunk fucking swole as shit. And then he bounced. And then when he saw you seen the results and everything like that, that was the funniest thing. I was just like, damn, because I would have actually verbally shitpost in person, and I would have been like, even in a live stream, I would have like wear the most goofiest like douchebag like fucking suit and tie to go to corner Bunk. And after like it would have been really funny, but no, you know, it's not gonna happen. I was just like, that's a lot of money, and that could have changed lives, but you know, you just backed out like a baby back bitch. But hey, it is what it is. I mean, like imagine like look, 3 rounds, 2 minutes, and you get like $10,000 or something. Guys, that's quick as fuck. All right, I would know that for sure. But anyway, yeah, it does not make sense. Back to Brandon Buckingham. The fact that happened, but yeah, let's keep going. Shit.
Wow.
Oh God.
And you know,
They have so much money that they make it like they schedule rains like once a week there.
Yeah.
Because they have money that Americans would never even understand. Like there are like probably trillionaires there.
Yeah.
And they seed the clouds. They overseeded the clouds. They created too much rain. And when you live in a desert, the water does not drain off. So then they ended up. I'm sure this is really interesting to the viewers, but they did that stuff to themselves, which is kind of hilarious.
Interesting. You know, and the other thing you mentioned, right? Like if you had talked about a certain cough, jab, etc. a couple years ago, right? They would ban you for misinformation. But now, right? What's going on in the news? Oh yeah, it's a flu. Oh yeah, it's not that serious. Oh yeah, you don't need to get a jab. But now, there's creators that literally got banned and got strikes for that, and like they're not reinstated.
Right. They never got reinstated, which is the crappiest part about it.
Yeah.
I understand that you don't know
Josh,
for sure.
do you have any conspiracies related to the pandemic that happened 4 years ago?
Okay, so Let's see, the conspiracy. There's a multitude of them. So one of my favorite is from the Hoteps, the Hotep community. This is early pandemic, and this is where like black and brown people didn't get the COVID just because of their melanin. If anyone remembered that, they were like the Hotep community. Yeah, the Hotep community had their own like conspiracy theory of saying like,
Okay,
hey,
so when you say Hotep, you mean like the Egyptian god Hotep? Like,
no, I'm talking about like the ones that they were like we was Kangs and shit. The
oh,
ones
the
that you
black,
see.
like black Israelites?
No. Black Israelites are different. I'm talking about like the ones that they were the real pharaohs and all that. The one that
Okay, yeah.
yeah, the Black Hebrew Israelite ones. That's a whole different lore. The Hoteps is a whole different lore as well because there's like three branches of conspiracy theory, even from the minority community. So we got the Black Hebrew Israelites, we got the Nation of Islam, which is my favorite, and the classic Hotep, and yeah. So the commonality is something to do with the fact that there's some overlap between all three, and it's something about how the fact that they have melanin that increases their power level, that they didn't have the need to take any COVID vaccinations. This was early COVID. I remember that shit, and I was just like, holy fuck. And yeah, that was one thing. Another conspiracy theory is the whole ivermectin thing.
Oh, that was
if
like the
anyone-
deer, like like pills that they were Joe
no,
Rogan was taking.
it's a deworming pill.
Oh yeah.
And what was it was originally if you took care of horses, like the ivermectin would deworm the horse from parasites and all that kind of stuff. So what they did was they were like, hey, let's take ivermectin. There's like some studies that actually help with COVID. Well, little did you know, a lot of people fucked around and found out and took horse level dosages of ivermectin. And me, I was scratching my head at the time because I lived in a swampy area. Like, I lived in the middle of nowhere in Brazil when I was a kid. And when I think of ivermectin, I was thinking of like, oh, someone's trying to get rid of tapeworm or something like that, right? And then I came over here. I was just like, oh, is there like an outbreak of like the worms or something like that people are getting? Or is it like some guy from like Florida introducing an invasive species? Because it happens all the time. But yeah, I was scratching my head over it, but no, it's just people fucking around and finding out. But yeah, there's a multitude. It was pretty funny.
I totally forgot about the ivermectin. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's wild. I can't believe people were taking that shit.
Yeah, Cat was taken to say not just livestock, it's dewormer, period. Yep.
There are a lot of people even like, I don't know, like, I don't mean to be like, I don't want to bring up direct politics, but Trump, people hold that against Trump, like Operation Warp Speed, gotta ever go with the jet. Like, people forget that was Trump.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like people around then were doing what they thought was right, but there were a lot of people like Dr. Robert Malone, and there were many other immunologists who spoke out against it. And I'm not trying to get you guys in hot water with YouTube, so I won't go too specific. But anytime anyone spoke negative, like they were just banned. And then even when the science TM updated or changed, these people were not unbanned. And that's why new tech is so important, because we're all
okay. Like here's the thing, right? I always say this when I talk about conspiracy theories on this stream. Imagine how many people have to agree that like, okay, so like, what's the purpose of getting a vaccine? Is us getting the vaccine like to like chip us with like the Bill Gates chip? Like, why do they want us all to be vaccinated? And also, who is they? Right?
Is
like,
and at this point, right? Just name the Jew. I don't be a pussy. Like, if you're gonna hate something, let it out.
Oh yeah, 5G was during the pandemic too.
Yeah,
Holy
that too.
Shit.
That too. But like, no, like let me tell you, when they say they, I'm just like, okay, like you're pre-packaging some latent fucking anti-Semitism or something like that. Stop being a pussy. Let the hate out. Just Just be Uncle Ruckus. I don't like. Just I don't care at this point. Stop being a pussy. It's like these conspiracy theory guys. It's like, oh, we gotta hide our power level. No, you're a pussy. Like,
Well, the thing is,
Dude.
Quartering doesn't want to offend his audience, but every now and again, it'll like slip, and he'll say something like really outrageous on Twitter, and then he'll go and delete the tweets.
You know, it reminds me of like Stone Toss. You know, which is really funny and not surprising.
Which,
that he's
by the
also
way,
Hispanic.
yeah, I was gonna say Stone Toss, not white, by the way, very brown.
I know that's the best part to it, and I was just like, it always happens. It's always. I'm telling you, Latin America, when it comes to racism, it's competitive racism, especially in the Caribbean. All right, it just boils down to who's whiter than who, despite being.
I'm
brown.
Puerto Rican, okay? For some reason, the older generations of Puerto Ricans in my family hate Dominicans. I don't know why. They just do.
There you go. There you go. It's canon to the literature, right?
I don't even know how you feel as a Brazilian, because I think a lot of people don't realize Brazilians speak Portuguese and are not like it's a little different.
Oh yeah, no, it's not like the United States. We're not a monolith. You know, there's Black Brazilians, there's Middle Eastern, there's Japanese Brazilians. You know, like our whole DNA has been gangbanged by Crayola, and I'm proud to say that. But anyhow, yeah, when it comes to it, they have their own version of competitive racism, and it starts with the Portuguese from Portugal. And that's all I have to say on that one, because it's like you know, whenever the diaspora wars happen, the Portuguese start roasting the Brazilian and vice versa on who's getting the gold back and what have you. And I'm just like, yeah, Brazilian Portuguese, predominant form of Portuguese, get good, you know. But it is what it is. It's just fucking weird. Also, everyone in Latin America, when it comes to competitive racism, they will set aside their difference and shit on Argentina, especially in soccer. And there you have it. There's the stereotype.
You know, Rumble wasn't banning anybody, and BitChute, Odyssey, X. Well, X now under Elon has been better too.
Yeah, Twitter used to be really bad before Elon. Like they would ban you for anything, bro. That's why I didn't use it for a very long time. And then once Elon took it, I was like, all right, I'm gonna make an X account, and almost 100K in just a few months. So it's been good. I like X. You're able to say things. I kind of use it for my news too nowadays. Like I don't even look at like mainstream media news anymore because it's like
it's wild.
Ridiculous.
You're like I'm like addicted to. Like I wake up and like the first thing I check is that. It's kind of embarrassing. I'm like,
bro is straight up says he's addicted to Twitter.
That is terrible.
Oh no.
That is terrible.
Imagine filtering your worldview through Quartering's Twitter, bro.
I can imagine the smell.
Oh shit.
Me too.
Okay, what happened? Like,
oh, continue.
Does he have a wife, or did they?
So
divorce?
Quartering's wife is a pilot, so she is often gone for many a day, for multiple days. You know, flying like passenger airliners, right? So she's just not around to spend time with him. So you know, his bed is empty.
Yeah, somewhere around the corner, Chad Mundo is probably clapping her cheeks. I'm not even gonna front, and I can't even blame her at this point. Oh my god.
Yeah, there's always been rumors that Quartering's getting a divorce with his wife, or his wife is cheating on him. Like that's been going on forever because she's like never around.
Yeah, you know, but the content that he does, man, like this culture war bullshit. It's gonna be draining to people at this point. How do you do this all the time? That is soul crushing.
It is soul crushing. I just can't muster up the shits to give. I mean, like I covered on stream, but like I leave and I'm just gonna go goon and go on with my day, you know, like
take a long shower right after, you know, just contemplating playing Guts theme, you know.
There's just so much of it that's just like nonsense. Like who cares if like I'm not gonna get worked up into like the frenzy that is people complaining about you know, what's like what was it recently? Hades 2 versus Stellar Blade, and that was like the gaming woke fight between like good sexiness versus bad sexiness. And so they were like arguing what was better fan service, but it was also political, and it was just like, who cares? Like, who cares?
Bro, if it activates your neurons, okay, whatever, you know? Shit. Let people goon in peace.
Let people goon in peace. Yeah, the grifter money helps. That's for sure.
Yeah.
That keeps you going.
Too bad. Used to be IG thoughts, but now it's X.
Yeah, I used to do Drudge Report for a while, and then like now it's just like X. I open up X. I'm like, okay, you know, you guys do what, 3 days live?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I do 5 days, and so like it wears you down. Like I have to wake up and be like, okay, what went down last night while I was sleeping, and try to create that content. And you know, I do want to mention, if it's okay, you know, that we did talk off stream a little bit about.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, about some of the stuff, and you know, I think if people were
okay.
excited,
QTV brought up QTV's Hood Ornament brought up the Safe Horny thing. I need to go on a fucking rant about this right now, right? The Safe Horny thing is so fucking stupid. Okay, it is so fucking stupid. The whole. Do you know what Safe Horny is?
Actually, give me the rundown
Okay,
on this
all right.
one.
So like, Safe Horny is stuff that's like you could say in public, like that's hot, right? Like I have a painted portrait of Karlak on my wall, and she's naked, right?
Okay.
And that's considered Safe Horny because like who wouldn't say Karlak's hot? Like nobody's gonna judge you for that. Or they say like Lady D is like Safe Horny. You know, Lady D, the tall vampire lady from Resident Evil, right?
Oh, the Mitra.
So,
oh yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
Safe Horny is like you know the Overton window?
Yep.
It's the Overton window for porn.
Let me Google who's this Corlax person. Hold on, let me see this shit.
Okay, Karlach, Karlach.
Karlch.
Lach. Here. Oh, I
let's see.
can't type anything in.
Oh,
while
from like
sharing
Baldur's
screen.
Gate
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, from
Let me
Baldur's
see.
Gate.
Not my type, but I see where you're coming from.
Show us. I can't show you. Her nipples are out, chat.
Yeah, no, they're all over the. Not necessarily my type, but I see why.
But so basically, and for chat, for those of you who don't know what the Overton window is, it's the like range of perceivable, like publicly presentable beliefs that you can give in like political discourse, right? So if you're right wing, you can give like conservative takes, but you cannot go to be like, let's gas the Jews in Minecraft, right? So you can't get to that point. But you can say, I think we should renegotiate our like immigration policy, blah, 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 right? To get rid of the Jewish minority or something, right? You could say something like that. So this is the Overton window for porn. And basically, it's just when people decide like you can or can't say something is or is not horny, right? Yeah, it's just huge horny shaming argument for crazy people on the internet. Yeah, because what I'm thinking is like, okay, everything I have always said, I think that's hot, always like quantifies as safe horny. So the only thing I can think of that wouldn't qualify as safe horny is things that would send me to jail on a normal basis anyway, because that really seems to be the gist of it. Like if somebody finds a fat guy hot, somebody would argue that that is safe horny, but also argue that it's not safe horny because it's not like normal to consider fat people hot, which it is, by the way, but.
Yeah, you know, what you know, different strokes for different folks for, you know, badumts. Yeah.
But yeah, so the entire thing is like ridiculous and it doesn't make any sense because everything would be safe horny if it's something that wouldn't put you in prison. Okay, that's really the only way I've been able to like understand the argument, right?
As long as it's not hurting anyone, you can go ahead and just go awooga on some fucking fictional drawing. Or pixels. I don't give a fuck, you know? Like, it's whatever. I mean, yeah, like, dude, if you spank your monkey from like the alien queen from Alien versus Predator, I would be like, yo, this is kind of fucking weird, dog. but like, hey, you do you. You know, we live in a society. Whatever. But yeah, like like let's say like you go off to like I don't know, Lightning McQueen, you know, and it's just like, whoa, that's a whole ass fucking car, but you do you, fam, you know.
If somebody said they jerked off to Lightning McQueen, I'd honestly be really happy for their enthusiasm about it.
Yo, dude, that'll be the funniest thing, and I would actually smoke the fattest fucking weed right after, because that's a trip and a half to digest. You know, it's really funny. My girlfriend just introduced me to Bad Dragon, and I didn't even know what the fuck Bad Dragon
really?
was.
See,
Yeah.
people would argue that Bad Dragon is outside of the Safe Horny spectrum. That's past the Overton window of
Yeah,
horny.
no, definitely, dude. In like chat, like I didn't even know what the fuck sounding was either until then, and I was just like, I thought sounding was like, you know, changing the sound on your soundboard or something, like putting the volume up. No, I was so fucking wrong. That's not Safe Horny at all. That looked like a damage is ready to happen, bro. When I saw that shit, that was some live leak shit. I have never seen it.
It's nice
And
to
I
know that
can
you went
never-
to seek visuals for that.
Oh man, I you know, I had to Google this shit. I'd be like, yo, Jamie, pull that shit up. I'd be like, Google, show me his balls. Enhance. Oh god.
See, even now, somebody in chat's like, "Bad Dragon is safe horny." Like, this is the problem with the discourse. Is that it's completely pointless.
Yeah, it is pretty pointless, but you know, yeah, no, this is the thing. This is why we have this thing called discourse. You know, we got a little bit of a debate going on.
So, this
and
is truly the marketplace of ideas.
it really is, dude. It really fucking is. Man, Safe Horny. Dude, as long as you're not hurting anybody, you can go ahead and spank your monkey to, I don't know, fucking Thomas the Tank Engine for all I care. Or JJ the jet plane, you know?
Oh no.
Or some sort of
Shit,
streaming match.
dude.
That already happened. They also gave me the N-word pass, which was cool. That was nice of them.
You get it. All right, Jeremy, you got it for 1 hour. You got it.
Yeah, just 1 hour though, so I'm gonna pick my spots. But I do want to say that, like, while, you know, the kind of like dunking on horror stuff I don't love, I did dig a little deeper into some of the content you've put together, like in terms of bringing on financial advisors and things like that. And I think that is really good for, you know, for single men and or married men, really. And I think we're both galvanized, or we both agree that, you know, men need help. We were talking pre-stream a little bit about, I don't know if this is the exact number, but it was a number that was told me, like 40% of men are not interested in getting married. And I'm like, damn, like that's,
Yeah.
I don't know what that does to society in 50 years. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what it does. Play that clip, man.
Yeah, what clip? That's you let him hear it. Third girls and single moms. Yeah. You know, and you know, we say that, you know, obviously joking and everything else like that, like, because our thing is like, right, we're really against marriage by the state. But I'm not against marriage.
What?
What? Marriage by the state?
So
What do you mean?
So marriage is like an on-paper institution, you know, like the institution of marriage versus the act of turning to your significant other and going, "We're married now." You know, so like the social contract you make, and then it's like the legal contract, right? So I think that has much more to do with like the conversation around divorce and who comes out on top with like alimony and stuff like that. So that's probably what I'm guessing what it is, right?
Yeah, no, definitely. Like marriage, it should not be playing around like that. Like I get that less people are getting married and all that kind of jazz. Because you know, obviously that's a huge commitment and all that kind of jazz. But you know, you're gonna have to have some sort of level of maturity to actually be very introspective. And like, hey, am I gonna spend time with this person and really, you know, trust with this person? You know, being thick and thin and all that kind of shit, right? But also at this thing, right? Like, oh, there's a lot of divorces going on, and you know, people like to shit our generation, Diesel, about this. Like, oh, we're not marrying or something like that. Yeah. That's because we don't want to be in a broken household, because just about half of the population is filing in a divorce because, you know, money, or also, unfortunately, broken households and abusive shit happens all the fucking time. You know, it's just dawning on me, man. But like right now, I think we're just wising up and be like, yeah, I think our standards are going to get a little higher in some ways.
Yeah, you could be discretionary with who you want to marry, right? But
exactly, you know,
I find it very funny. Their take is the institution in a legal
the
sense.
institution on the.
Now I'm
Whoa.
inferring their belief, but you know, that's like the general like manosphere take, right? So I'm just
Yeah.
yeah,
Man. I mean, like, by all means, like, if you know anybody that has a marriage or that is working in something like that, hell, like my parents, they've been married for 40 years or something. They've been together for 40 years and somehow made it work. I don't know how, but like, GG no re, you know what I mean? But different strokes for different folks, bro. You know?
Axis says, "I love my broken home. Totally no trauma here."
Oh, that's a zoinks from me, Scoob.
Do it where you and her are getting married, the state is involved, she can't take you to the cleaners financially for alimony and everything else, then cool, because I do genuinely believe that the nuclear family is the backbone.
Hold on, guys. Normalize prenups. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I recently had a talk with a guy, right? And he was married, and I was saying like, listen, when I get married, I want to make sure I have a prenup signed, right? Because like obviously, like I run a company, I have all these assets and stuff like that. I'm saying it like I'm rich, I'm broke as fuck, but you know, like the idea of a prenup isn't, oh, we're planning on getting divorced later. The idea of a prenup is, you know, if we fall out of love or something happens in the future, so this way we can both wash our hands of it and not have to deal with each other. We could just split. We have the prenup in place and we just walk away, right? But it's like, like that should be the norm. But this guy was like fighting me tooth and nail, being like, you're saying that you would get divorced with her. Marriage is supposed to be forever. It was like, well, sometimes it's not forever, and that's just the reality of life. But like you say that you're like 10 years older than me, but whatever. You live in your fantasy land.
No, definitely. I mean, take a look at Brendan Fraser. Look what happened to him when he got fucking divorced. Holy shit.
Yep.
Yeah. That's $6 million of actually $9 million of alimony per year. And plus, he had to keep the kids. On top of that, normally, you know, the wife takes the, you know, like the stereotype goes, like the wife takes the kids. No, he left the kids and took the money. It's fucking wild. But yeah, no, like prenup should be normalized and that 100%. Like, again, and there's like some cons to it. Is some of the reasons being is because like, oh, it develops trust issues. No, it doesn't. Just
it shows maturity to be able to sit down and do something like that. You know,
yeah,
that's just the reality of it. You don't know where you're gonna be in 15 years, bro. Like, fuck.
Yeah, you don't even know what will happen or something like that. You don't know what's going on, but like you got to live in the present and all that. You got to make things work. Obviously, don't like. That was my mistake, right? Because I was engaged at some point in my life, and I'm just sitting here like, dude, I used to take shit way too seriously, and I'm just sitting here at this point in time that I'm like, yo, if it happened, it fucking happened. You know, I'm not gonna like force anything or anything like that. Just let it flow naturally, because what happens is if you force something, it's not gonna go well. It really isn't. But you know, it's better to know now than never, and it's good to sign up a prenup and just lay down the guidelines right off the bat when you take the relationship to the next level, bro. Like, it's not rocket science.
I love how we're having like this very adult discussion, and like there's a more than 0% chance somebody walks away from this thinking, man, I got to make sure that if I get engaged, I get a prenup now, because the guy with the monkey picture and the Goon and Goblin guy said so.
I know, right? This is great. No, we should make a podcast together.
Oh my gosh,
it'll be great. You know, I'll be the monkey, you be the guy who has the leash. Like if I'm I'll be the unhinged.
Let's be real. Somebody else has your leash, okay, Josh?
That is actually, yeah. But she will let you borrow it, you know, here and there. Take me for a spin.
Okay. Playing the video.
The backbone of any thriving society, right, is being a family man, having kids, and having a wife. My thing is, I'm just concerned with how we do it now with the church being involved. Excuse me, not with the church, with the state being involved. If you do it to a church, even better. You do it to the masjid, cool, whatever you want to do. But my thing is just like, with the way marriage is now, where the state's involved, I just tell guys, you got to be wary, man. You got to be careful.
It's a weird thing because you know, I've been married to the same chick. We were dating in high school, so like I've been out of the game so long. I mean, obviously I'm super attractive and can just slay any bitch I want anytime I want.
How long have you been married for, Jeremy?
What? Almost 20.
Doesn't he just scream, slays bitches? Come on.
Dude, this reminds me of when Nick DiOrio is just like, "Yo, I slay."
I believe Nick slays, actually.
Yeah, he does.
Having spoken to him and like gamed with him a bit, he slays.
Oh yeah, dude. The fact I believe that he has the riz.
Chat, you heard
You
it
know?
here first. DiOrio fucks, okay?
Oh man, he not only fucks, he penetrates.
Oh my god. But quartering, I don't know about that.
No, I don't know. I think he gets the opposite end of it. You know, some truffle butter. All right, pull that shit up.
Years, dude. I got married in what, 2008, so like 15, 16 years.
Wow. Congrats, man. That's a huge accomplishment.
Nigga, how old?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, she was with me when I had nothing, and so she's she was a big reason. I got very lucky. I know that not everyone has that same luck, especially as I've got friends who are in their mid 30s, are decent earners, and they've just like, what would you say? Let me ask you both this, okay?
Yeah, sure.
They're in their 30s, decent looking guys, no debt, no kids, high earner, totally checked out, not interested in getting married. What am I supposed to do? Like, I have friends that I'm like, come on, man, like, what are you doing? Like, they're just not interested because they're so afraid to. I don't know what they're actually don't know. For the long time, I was like, "What, you gay?" Like, I mean, like, it's cool, like, whatever. But like, I noticed that that's like an epidemic of these people, and I assume that you're more plugged into that than me.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a combination of things, man.
Why do you think guys are dating less, Josh? What's your take? I want to know.
It takes. I'm gonna say this like in a mature lens. I think it just takes two to tango between both people, both parties. You know, like for one thing is that we, as a society, made things a little too unrealistic in terms of what we want out of things. You know, and the amount of things that we're trying to get is a little too unrealistic. You know, it's like we've as a society have been bourgeoisified at this point, and there's a lot of perversion on that. And we're like, hey, let's get the materials and stuff. When people end up
1247
forgetting
celebrates
about the
7
basic
months
shit,
of membership.
You know, like just actually
Quartering's
waking
wife
up with the
basically
person,
carried him when his
having
career
coffee,
online was shit.
you know, like basic companionship, you know what I mean? But a lot of people nowadays are just consuming, you know. I mean, people in this chat like that watches this, they're the complete outliers because they know what kind of content that they're getting and all that kind of jazz, and they're like getting their thoughts provoked. But like, you're not really the average person. The average person doesn't really have the time to actually sit down and think about these things. The average person's like getting fucking bogged down by their 9-to-5 jobs and shit like that and all that kind of jazz. But like, in all honesty, it just boils down, in my humble opinion, it just boils down to money and materialism and all that kind of jazz. Like, our culture got perverted with materialism. I sound like an old fucking leftist for saying this, but like, it's like to a certain extent fucking facts. Like, you know, oh, I want this new car. Oh, I want a big ass house or something like that. And in actuality, I just want to live, you know. But yeah, a lot of unrealistic expectations, and a lot of it. And I have to say this too, like to a certain extent, you know, you can just be a whole person and just not date. You know, you could just fuck around or something like that. The world's your oyster. You know, I could be a fucking boomer on that one too. But fucking Nani is just like, oh yeah, just admit to being a boomer. But hey, that's just me though. I don't know. What do you think on this?
I think you're definitely on the right track. And yeah, what Cloudy said and you repeated, but yeah, you could be a whole person without dating.
Oh shit. I didn't even know that. I was rolling up a joint right now, so no.
But it's like I think, okay, so there's two things about it, right? At least I can think of it from the man's perspective, and based off of what I've seen is like it depends. Like if you come across somebody and you just meet them in your like social life, which again, you know, the 9 to 5 and there's like, you know, there's less bars or places to go to. I know where I am.
Yeah.
There's no third place to go meet people that are like local really. But you know, on the dating apps, I think people are looking for the top 1% of 1% of what they're looking for. And they're not willing to get to know people. And that's for both genders, right? Is that they're just not willing to learn or grow with people, right? Because even there, the quartering is kind of like missing the point where he's talking about like these guys are high earners, like, you know, they would be able to provide. Well, you know, sometimes it's like, okay, providing is one aspect of that in a relationship, right? Like, are you kind?
Right.
Are you funny? Are you able to vibe with can you stand that person at all? Those are important.
Right. And I like to add on to this one too. It's like when you said provider, you know, I see this with you know, with some certain families, right? I would say like some higher earning families, right? You know, let's say like the parents are rich, stupid rich. They could be a really good provider, but are they a good parent? You know, like are they emotionally available or something like that? You know, because there's again, pick your poison. You know, yeah, you might be a high earner and stuff like that, but you know, there's some sacrifices being made to be that high earner. Like, are you going to be emotionally available for that person to be there or something like that? You know, but yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely and like you said when you were like talking about how leftist it sounded, but it's very I think a lot of times people are looking very materialist. It's like, what can this person do for me, rather than just learning and kind of like there's something. This might sound really like wax poetic about it, but there's something very serendipitous about like just meeting someone and developing a relationship over time that sparks into something more. Like that's rarer, right? Like somebody in chat, it's hard to meet people as an adult IRL. I'm lucky I've made long-term friends through my various jobs, but I would never date anyone from any of my jobs. Well, it's like this. It's hard to meet people as an adult, but like when you meet people, sometimes things just develop, and then that's how you meet someone, right? But then doing a dating app is totally different, where you're both coming in with all these expectations about each other.
Yeah, and I've noticed that a lot of, not all of them, but a lot of relationships, I this sounds lefty of me of saying this, but again, like with the materialist and bourgeois shit, right? Relationships in general starting, well, it's becoming much more transactional. You know, it's like, oh, it's a 50-50 thing. I'll be 50% like there, and you have to give me 50%. No, it's like 100 to 100. You're like, that's the way I view it. I'm sorry, but like, there's no gray area on this. It's black or white. You do this or you do that. You know, that's how I usually roll this way. I'm like, I don't like being transactional. You know, like I'll go the extra mile. You know, if I need to. But a lot of people just do that, and then again, this is my own opinion. This is how I was raised too. There's my prejudice and biases and all that kind of jazz. But it's just much more transactional nowadays. And yeah, this is kind of boomerish of me as well.
No, it's not
actually,
boomerish. You
not
kind of
even
grow
close to
wisdom.
boomer.
You're growing wisdom as you age.
It's not boomerish actually. It's like before boomer or something, because
Before
like the silent
before
guy,
boomer, the silent generation.
Yeah, dude. The one that got nuked twice.
I'm feeling really great depression pilled right now.
Dude.
I'm thinking it's time for the Roaring 20s.
Oh God, don't bring the swing music back, please, for the love of God.
The combination of the internet, video games,
All right,
pornography.
let's do this shit.
You know, a lot of guys just pay for sex and, you know, tell her to leave after the fact. Like, it actually, when I came to Miami, right, it really shocked me, like, how many guys, like, just pay for escorts and shit. It's like really.
Oh, did it stop streaming it?
Yeah, it did.
Okay, he's talking about how dudes be paying for sex.
Oh, dudes be paying for nice.
It's like a very common thing among guys. I think all that, and then on top of the Me Too stuff going on, and then the fact that like more guys are waking up, right? Like I think it's good that like red pill information is getting out there and guys are kind of waking up, because I look at it like this. I look at it like it's just the truth, right? Some people look at it like, oh, it's being a dickhead to women. No, it's simply just understanding the truth, right? That's how I look at the RP. Whether it's through finances, through girls, through dating, whatever it is, looking at the world objectively with geopolitical stuff. I just look at it as just being aware.
I look at dating through a geopolitical lens.
What?
That's what he just said. He just said like looking at it through like a geopolitical lens, like dating through a geopolitical lens.
It's like I'm gonna sit. It's like me sitting down to my girlfriend and be like, hey, let me talk about the complexities of fucking Israel right now. All right, so.
Sorry, honey. I need to
this-
know your opinion on Taiwan before we can continue dating.
Oh yes. What do you even read theory, my sweetheart?
Oh my god. I don't even know how to like okay. I it's not that I think red pill information is, it's like everything is like missing the forest for the trees, where it's like guys are really obsessed with like things that I know women don't care about.
Like the Roman Empire.
Well, the women should care about that because it's our autistic fixation. But it's like I was just sitting down like before stream, and I was talking with Kat, Hal, and Mishi, right? 3 of my 4 D&D players, and obviously they're all women, right? And they were talking about like men date bone, right? And there was stuff like they were talking about the ghoul from the Fallout show, right? And it's like he's not archetypically hot. The character 1 is fake, but then 2 is like this ugly wanderer character that's kind of an ass. And men would never be able to understand why that guy's attractive to them at all. They just wouldn't. But it's like you talk to a woman why they find like a guy like that attractive, and it has nothing to do with looks, nothing to do with finances, and I mean not to. It's about vibes.
It is about vibes and how they carry themselves, basically, at the end of the day. Like, not necessarily, from what I've learned, it's like, not necessarily like some women like the whole asshole, like, character or like people that they get attracted to. They get mostly attracted to someone who knows what the fuck they want, and they will be assertive and out of pocket about certain things. That's what, gets some people going, but not all of them, obviously. And this is where it gets like the whole incel territory for some people that don't know how to like, get people, around. It's like this whole like nice guys finish last type of bullshit. It's like, no, this is a classic case of like, no, dude, you just open the door for somebody at a McDonald's, all right, and you expect a fucking cookie in return. Like, no. That's not how it works, bro. That's not how it fucking works. But,
Rena in the chat, women can tell when someone's trying hard to put on a persona. Someone like the ghoul is authentically himself and doesn't try to impress you. That's yeah.
Yeah, dude, if you're like, guys, if you're real like Hitomi Tanaka's titties, everything is gonna come into you like, like crazy. And I am socially stupid, guys. I don't know how I ended up getting into relationships before, and I'm almost in my 30s. Like, it's crazy. Like, ever since like high school, ever since I dropped the weight and then I just stopped giving a fuck. Everyone just started like, was like getting attracted to me, and I was just like, oh wow, where the fuck have you been? And I just went on about my day. I just stopped caring. Sometimes overthinking things do fuck people up. I'm not going to lie. And people are just in general afraid of failure. Fuck it. Do it. Just do it, man. Don't be afraid to fail. That's all I have to say.
right? You can put them in
Fucking
different
do
frames.
it.
People might not agree with me on that, but that's fine. But what I'm saying is that when you add all these things in combination, right, with how marriage is set up with the state, pornography, the way women behave, how the Me Too generation, etc., how guys take on so much risk when they get married nowadays, I think that's why so many guys are checked out, is because it just brings way more risk than benefit to a majority of men nowadays. And I think, guys, they're just opting to just like get out. And then on top of that, like, let's be honest, girls are more selective now, right? So like women look at it like, okay, thanks to Instagram and the internet, right, where it's benefited guys where they're able to like kind of just like whack off the porn and just chill.
I think both genders are way more selective now. Personally, I think guys kind of are viewing it to. I think I can't necessarily speak on women's selectiveness because I'm not a lady. So I'll speak on guys, right? Guys, I think, are consuming so much porn that they do tend to go looking for that when they're like out looking for a relationship. And generally speaking, I don't know for most of the ladies in chat, maybe some of them are different. There's a lot of women just don't want to have sex as much as guys get horny, and it's like you gotta understand, like, a relationship's not like your mommy milkers porn. You gotta be like, adult about it. Maybe stop whacking it so much.
I don't know. I think society has made has taught a lot of women just to, I'm not speaking all women, but like a lot of them just to repress their sexuality. I think they're really good at hiding that shit, the perversion and all that. And us guys can just be like horny in public, and it's like, oh look, this young strapping fellow is actually healthy. Haha, look at him. And I'm just like, okay, dude, no, like, something about things that are taboo, right? Something that is so fucking taboo in society gets people off. I mean, look at all the fucking romance novels that's been going on, and all that smut. All right, we got 50 Shades of Grey. Okay, we got Twilight.
Oh no, it disconnected me from Josh.
Guy horny versus female horny are two different things. We go on some monkey shit, right? I'm not, the stereotype accuracy is a thing. It's an inconvenient truth. I'm sorry. But female horny, they go down to like specifics. It's like, that like right-wing meme versus lefty meme, where it's like right-wing meme has like 3 words, and then the left-wing meme, it's an entire fucking essay. The female horny is an entire fucking essay.
I will
That's
say,
what I'm trying to say.
I started reading it was clearly aimed towards women, but I started reading a book series off of my homie Toxic suggesting it. And bro, I ain't never read like you can watch porn, but like reading it is so much more vivid. I've never all I can think is like, you guys are sitting at the pool at the Starbucks reading this, and I'm just like, whoa.
Let me tell you something. Once you go to fanfiction.net, brother, that's a whole lot of body odor. All right. The moment you start seeing Dr. Seuss characters crossing over.
Okay, well that's different from what is being read. That's like, you read that because you have a dysfunction. You don't read that because you're like, I want to read something hot, right? Yeah, there is something very interesting about reading smut. You can't compete with how there's something about the written word that I understand why so many women read books like that. Anyway, Josh, my Discord keeps like crashing, so I'm going to let you go now. I don't know why that keeps happening, but
no. Oh man. Well, I guess I had my fun over here, chat. Yeah. I should be a co-host. This is pretty good. All right,
Josh. You have a good smoke.
Yeah. All right. Peace.
All right, peace. I don't know why that keeps happening, man. It keeps crashing, bro. What is going on? I got a notification about a new secret layer Hatsune Miku for MTG in the meantime. Somebody tagged me for that. I don't think I could listen to smut fiction, by the way, on Audible or something. Nah, that's like too much. Like I don't I don't want that. That's too much. Who was that guy? That was Josh. He's my monkey. That sounded racist. That sounded so racist. I didn't mean it that way, chat.
With the women, they're able to look at guys that are top tier, and so many girls that kind of fall from this Instagram lifestyle. I can't tell you, dude. Like, we need to bring you on one time on a panel with chicks, Jeremy. By the way, we need to bring you out here to Miami.
I don't know if I can handle all that.
No, you gotta. And I'll tell you why. One of the things I like to ask the girls, right, when they break up with their guy, and is I ask them, did social media play a role in any way in you breaking up with your guy? And bro, it's shocking. A lot of times they say yes, because they had other guys sliding in their DMs, they had other guys talking to them on dating apps.
Oh yeah,
talking on Facebook. Yeah.
What do you think about this? So I was just having a conversation.
I think people might just be using stop. Social media is bad. Get offline. I know I make my money from it, but stop it. Nah, I gotta read it. I don't need some dude in my ear. Yeah, I need to read it. I need to read it.
And I was you guys were on Crowder too, and I was on Crowder yesterday.
Man. Good guy.
Going through he's going through.
He's going through. Didn't he beat his wife? Didn't Crowder beat his wife? What do you mean going through it? I don't care. Okay, man beat his wife. I'll beat him. The right wing diesel arc starts now. No, here's the thing. Men, fellas, let me know if this is you. You're like on your Sigma arc. You're like, you know, by yourself. When you're just by yourself, all of a sudden you just start swaying more right, and then the second you get laid, you start swinging more left.
Yeah. So I basically said I brought up like dating apps and social media as really one of the primary, because it creates.
And it's social media is just so unhealthy for relationships, for your own personal mental health, for everything, right? Like, the way they're phrasing it is like, it's women who are doing this. No. It's both. It's both. Okay? It's not just one. All right? Like, to blame it on, like, oh, well, women be on TikTok is, like, ridiculous. I don't know if he actually physically abused her, but it was mental and emotional abuse.
Modifies relationships and sexual partners.
Yeah.
So, like, people aren't willing to put in the work, so it's like, oh, I'll just find another dude, like I'll just find another chick or whatever. So like, people have unlimited options now, and so they aren't worth. Like, I try to tell people, I told him what I try to tell fellas is like, because my audience is almost exclusively men. Like,
yeah, what a fucking surprise, right?
Join like go do something that requires more than one player, like whatever this stupid pickleball thing is. I know it might seem lame, okay, fellas. Like, I don't get pickleball, whatever, but chicks play it who aren't online, who aren't terminally online, or
yeah, actually go outside. Ironically, you know, the quartering is right there in that case. You do need to actually go out and like talk to people, get off the internet, interact with human beings. All of a sudden, you will meet someone, okay? Like, you need to actually be out there. Diesel, maybe I'm too Coomer-brained, but what if Autumn Ivy or Karlak's voice actress read you smut? Then I would listen to it, sure. And what's even worse is I know who both of those women are.
Bowling or darts or horseshoes or whatever is popular in an area. I try to tell guys, like, get involved in stuff that isn't online. What do you think about that as far as advice?
No, for sure. I mean, a lot of young guys, and I've kind of noticed this, right? So like, I would say, because I'm 34, I know you're like 40, 41, Jeremy. Like, our generation was really the last generation that like understood what it was like to go outside and talk to people and shit. But like, these people that are born
buying
like,
a girl a drink.
Yeah, dude, the late 90s and early 2000s, dude, they're on a different type of timing, man. These people grew up with like iPads and shit like that, and they don't remember AOL.
The iPad babies. Yo, these iPad babies keep watching Subway Surfers Family Guy clips. A lot of gay dudes are into Daddy Bear Jeremy. I know. A lot of men would like to quarter his pounder.
And you know, being outside, like
But I want the women to just appear in front of me, Diesel. Then put on. Here's what you need to do. You need to buy a VR headset and then pretend that those women are real and care about you.
So a lot of people I've noticed that are young, especially guys in the 20s, like they'll come up to me and say, "Hey, Mark, can I get a picture?" Whatever. And even when they talk to me, their tonality is kind of fucked up. They're shaky when they speak. There's not conviction behind their words. And in my head, I'm like, damn. Like if you talk to a girl and she listens to you speak, she wouldn't be sure of you either. Yeah. You know. And another thing too, I'll say is that I think social media negatively impacts women more. Right? Controversial take here. Yeah. And the reason why I think it impacts women more is because with women, right? They kind of have this idea.
I think it impacts both equally, but in different ways, right? Like the preconceptions that we're getting of society are bad from social media because it's not an accurate representation of real people in real life. And the way that social media has built itself, everything's so insular, right? So quartering is just going to be filled with nothing but just the worst of the worst. Please put on Subway servers. I can only take so much. At least the Android dev got a sex doll. That's true. That's true. Here we go. Let me pull it up. QTV's hood ornament. Thank you for doing this. That was very nice of you. So yeah, Jeremy did have a channel that was about claw machines. Look at this. This man is a simple man who loves claw machines, and he becomes evil in the future. We save the giant SpongeBob and Patrick. Okay, this content is obviously a lot more dorky and lame. But I wonder if he was just happier. You know what I mean? He was just happier. Look, his wife is in these videos, bro. Everything changed 4 years ago, bro. Holy shit. This is so sad to look at. I don't know why. Yeah, more dorky, but at least he had his wife. Yeah. He might have been happier before the grift. Yeah. Yeah, I always see things like this, and I look at where kind of people like this guy are now, like the quartering are now, and I go, man, fuck. I feel bad. Like this triggers my empathy, you know? Like I don't like quartering, obviously, but his wife is a present figure in this, and it just kind of it's sad that that's not what his content looks like now. There's something like sad about it now. The duality of man. We saved the Mario and Luigi. Oh my god.
Well, we saw this Mario flash in this machine. We watched some people play. It looked very weak. But I would say we are both lovers of the Mario and Luigi. That's that classic claw too big for the plush scenario.
Yeah, too big.
Being honest, I think the issue for dudes is they tend to underestimate themselves. They stay online and look at porn and watch this bullshit about women being bad. When in reality that hot e-girl has a BF that looks just like them and they could pull.
First of all, Axis, thank you for the 50. That was a lot of money to just give. So thank you so much. Yeah, and I think that is the case. I think at least for young guys, I don't know. I feel as I've gotten older, I've gotten more honest and confident with myself personally. So maybe it depends about age, right? But yeah, I do like ultimately it is about them staying online and watching porn. And I've talked about it before where I used to know someone who she would constantly say like she would say that she would be interested in me, but then would talk about how like, oh, well, maybe my dick's not big enough, right? And I would just end up with all this like penis envy, literally. And it just made me very insecure about myself. But in reality, like, that didn't really matter, right? And this person was just being pretty bad. But then a lot of it was also me putting that onto myself. Because I would look at porn and I would go, wow, my dick must be small. And I knew that, like, that's not accurate to, like, most things. But, you know, that would be something that would impact me. I never really got on the women being bad thing, though. I think as a YouTuber, maybe I come from a different mindset because like it's kind of happened with my friends and people I care about and, you know, love, where somebody kind of like takes advantage of social media to try and damage them. But like that fear is kind of superseded by my own personal confidence that I know, well, like I'm a good person. you know, I don't do things that would end up getting me too'd anyway, so there's no fucking reason for me to be upset about that. I know I could protect myself if I was somehow was in the worst version of a crazy ass situation like that, right? But the thing is, you could go out and find someone that looks like the girl of your dreams, but a lot of guys, they just don't want to put that risk out, or they don't feel like they can. They underestimate themselves, like you said. I'm serious too. Most of these how you see women online have boyfriends that look exactly like Ethan is online and Nick is not green. Yeah, it's crazy. I will say some of them sounds like negging. It was negging. I will say I think somebody, and maybe this depends on the person, but I think Lex, for example, probably has a lot of self-esteem issues, so she probably thinks the hottest she could bag is somebody that looks like Don or Ethan. I think there's just a lot of self-esteem and confidence issues for people these days, and I think it's exacerbated by social media. Really, ultimately, the answer is that you got to learn to be confident. Really, most of these fucking things can be solved by just being confident. I know that sounds like really reductive and stupid, and like, fuck, dude, if you're worried about your weight and you're concerned about your weight, go to the gym. Even if you don't get super skinny, you're just going to start feeling better for yourself because you're going to like expend that energy. You're going to be in a social situation. You know, if you're like, oh man, I'm broke. Well, I got news for you. I have very few women I have ever met in my life give a shit about a man's bread. And the ones that do, you don't want. They're crazy. They're bad people. Stay away from them. Yeah, negging is talking down to someone and making them feel inferior to make them desperate to please someone. Yes. And I use the term girl of dreams kind of relatively, right? Because I think guys in particular are very simple to please. I think what they gauge as important aspects for their partner is generally a much smaller list. I know it is for me and a lot of my other guy friends. The things that they want are like kind of like could take it or leave it. You know what I mean? I like it's not necessarily. I think for guys the most important thing is your presence, right? Is like is if you're there and available, and then the other ones start to play a role. Like there's female friends that I know are just like absolutely fucking nutcases, and I would never. But like I have a friend. No, I'll save that one for another stream. That one would go different with another topic. As someone with a lot of brothers, some of them have almost a checklist. Both genders do it. Most of the guys I don't know don't have a checklist. I will say. Yeah, I'm so easy to please. I'm so easy to please. He wants Warhammer, so he gets Warhammer. Ladies, if you like a guy, just buy him a bunch of Space Marines.
To kind of look at the grass is always green on the other side, and I can do better because girls are always looking for the best option. So the internet gives them an endless plethora of men that are better options, and the grass is green on the other side. And then they're comparing themselves to other girls. Whereas like with guys, a regular dude can't compete with these guys on Instagram and these men that are hitting these girls up. Man, we got girls that come on the show that are like fucking fives, dude, that have like had sex with Future and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Like,
yeah, but guys, that's the craziest thing, dude. Guys, high value men will bang a waitress.
Yeah,
they're different. Women aren't like that.
Yeah,
like a guy like Jeff Bezos will get married to a waitress. Guys they have different value systems.
Yep.
Girls are like, you know, what's your 401k look like? What's your credit score? Fellas are like, I don't know.
I have never seen that happen before. I will say that I've never seen that happen before. Oh my god. I feel like I need a woman opinion now. I'll try and get Hal on. Oh shit. I can't believe they are all playing Valorant right now. Okay, no, you're not a woman. Don't come on stream. I know you. Oh my god. Come on, come on. Hold on. You are a man. When you look for shallow women, you will only find shallow women. Let's see if one of them joins. We'll give it a little bit.
I can get down this like
Yeah.
like it's just
Let's
it's
do that.
different.
Al, you are the master of me.
Oh, I
Oh,
forgot
you
that.
had to be playing that one.
Hey, that's just my entrance sound, you know? What's going on?
Okay, so we are currently talking about
Mhm.
so I'm watching Fresh and Fit. Do you know what Fresh and Fit is?
No.
Okay, Fresh and Fit is like a red pill men podcast.
Mhm.
And they have the Quartering on, who is
Right.
you know who the Quartering is?
Still no.
Okay, he's like this fat guy who talks about how Disney is woke.
Right, okay.
Mm-hmm. So we are talking about, me and Chat are talking about like value systems. And they're saying that women are very selective with men these days because they're on social media and all they do is look at the tens, and the tens are always hitting them up being like, I'm a rich ass guy. And
This
I'll
is a
buy you $1
certified
billion
hood classic.
ship and
Looking
shit
for
like
a
that.
hookup is different than looking to date someone,
That's
which is
what they're
different than
saying?
looking for a relationship.
Yes.
That's
There are tons of
insane. No, that's entirely untrue.
Yeah, they're like gauging.
What?
So they're saying that like women are very selective, and they'll look for the next best man, kind of thing, right?
Oh my god, no. No, that is on behalf of all womankind, that is not how we work. Sometimes we just don't want to fuck you.
Well, maybe don't hurt my chat that much. They're gonna be really upset.
Oh my god.
You're ruining the
Sorry,
fantasy
chat.
for them.
No, you see, I want to fuck you guys in the chat. Just not cringe ass soy boys. Not soy boys, fucking alpha male.
The red pill Andes.
Sorry, yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to say. Thank you. Sorry, I am like actively trying to teach Cat how to play Valorant.
Yeah, I saw you guys are
are
playing. You guys are playing Valorant, and I
Yeah.
and yeah, I needed a woman opinion because I had a guy on here for the last like 40 minutes.
Oh my god.
But I won't
Yeah.
won't keep you forever if you're playing Valorant.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. All right.
Well, bye.
Bye, Hal.
And bye.
She had to have that one on, bro. No, let her speak. She's onto something. I volunteer. Shit. Hal will be on tomorrow. D&D stream tomorrow, 12:30 p.m. EST. Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah, I mean,
No, absolutely.
even like, for example, social media. So like you said earlier, look at what's happening now. People are being
I know it's weird to say, but VTubers taught me women's standards are just as shit as men's. Actually, yeah. That's where, yeah, that's probably where I came to that realization as well, Axis. Hal is very big brained. Don't tell her that though. It'll go to her head.
exposed. People are being like, for example, put out there for dating women in privacy. So someone like if I'm a guy watching this, I'm like, damn. If I talk to a chick or even like try to smash, I'm gonna get exposed too. You never know.
Yeah.
You
If
never
I'm
know,
gonna
bro.
talk to a chick and I'm gonna try and smash, I'm gonna get exposed too. I don't know about that. Like, what are you saying? Like, are you saying, hey bitch, come fuck me? Or like, are you trying to put on the Riz? Like, do you even know how to put on the Riz?
And then marry her, divorce, kid. It's a lot, bro. For
Yeah,
guys.
it's just you take on an enormous amount of risk, and there's not much upside. So I think a lot of guys are checking out and doing other things. And then I think with on the girl side, they just have so many options. They're like, well, I don't want a normal guy. Like I think I deserve better because I'm like, you know, I got 10,000 followers on Instagram, and even though she is
Keep in mind, the other guy in Fresh and Fit got an escort pregnant. Womp womp.
a 5 in real life, she's able to talk to men that are 8s or 9s
But I'll
and
tell you
get
this,
dates with these dudes.
They're not happy at all. They're having fun in the moment, but when they get older, when they actually get out of the phase of, oh, he doesn't want me anymore, it's like this.
And I mean, for you, Jeremy, like where'd you grow up?
Small town, just small town out in Wisconsin. Yeah.
Okay, so you grew up in a small town in Wisconsin, and then you.
There was like 3 hot chicks.
Okay, Hal's coming back. They just finished their round in Valorant. She can focus.
Hal, you are the master. Of
Yeah.
me.
Okay,
Damn it.
Now I can lock in.
Okay, you can lock in now. All
Yeah, I
right.
can-
So I'm gonna give you some TLDR on Fresh and Fit.
Okay.
One of the guys got an escort pregnant.
What?
Yes, that is actually important details, right?
Okay.
So these are guys that
okay.
are talking about how men should act in relationships and shit,
Mhm.
and they're also hiding that dirty little secret, right? Anyway,
Right.
I'm gonna share the screen for you,
Mhm.
so that way you can see what they're talking about. I mean, here.
Okay.
Also, the chat says hi.
Hi,
And-
chat. What should I go take a peek?
I mean, you know, they're just saying hi, Hal, right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Hold on, I'll slow it down because I listened to it at 1.5 because they do be yapping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, it was not like a huge pool of people.
Gotcha. And then you guys met, and you.
Oh, he's talking about how Jeremy came up with his name. Hold on. Shit. They're gonna move on to talking about cringe stuff. So let's see.
You said you guys been together since. So when? Okay, so you graduated high school like what? Oh, 2000.
01. Yeah, 01. Yeah.
Holy crap. So yeah, bro, like your girl wasn't tainted by social media and the internet at all.
Nope.
You know what I mean?
She doesn't
So
even
it's-
use it.
Yeah.
That's
so,
that's what I mean. Like,
That's
she might
fucking
as well
awesome.
churn butter.
Yeah.
Yo,
Hal, why are you a woman on social media not churning butter?
Because, you know, the butter industry is oversaturated. The only job I can find now is OnlyFans.
You're representing all women here, okay?
No,
You can't.
okay, so no. To confirm, I don't have an OnlyFans. As a, you know, I think that's just not what women do anymore. Like, I'm sorry that you weren't born in like the 1700s. It must be really hard for you.
Well, Quartering says that men aren't trying anymore because women have very high standards. And so he's
I
glad that
would-
he found his woman before social media.
Right. My standards are quite literally, you're funny. So I don't think that's entirely true. At least that's for me. I know some people care about, you know, being kind and shit. So on behalf of all women, he's just wrong. And it kind of sounds like cope that like no one's hitting up their DMs.
Well, Quartering's married. He's been married for 16 years.
Yeah, that doesn't mean shit.
Well, his
Um,
his wife is also a pilot, so she's never around.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I'm on stream. Oops.
What were you about to say? A slur? Like what was about to come out of your mouth?
Maybe I was about to say a slur. But yeah, that's my take.
Hal does churn
I
butter. Just look at her, Diesel. Put in some respect.
Yeah, these arms, these are butter churning arms, you know.
Bro, you don't churn butter. I know you don't churn butter. You ain't never see a
Nah.
butter churner in your life.
I'm British, of course I have.
You guys don't make butter the old-fashioned way. You make it the same way I do. I go to the grocery store and buy it.
I've actually like seen a butter churner.
So have I.
Yeah, well there you go. You like, bro, you ain't seen, bitch.
Jeremy, how'd you get a name quartering?
It was just it's a call out to like I came up with the name when a lot of hobbies that I was in, like it's a reference to being drawn and quartered like a million years ago when they would like treat that as a punishment and they put an arm in each leg on a horse and like
Damn, bro, you are old. What the hell?
I remember watching it.
I've heard of that punishment before.
Yeah.
Bro, you said in medieval times they did that?
Wasn't it like a king that used to do that a lot?
Well, there was a king that,
This
like,
is great. I don't care.
yeah, King Henry the Eighth, maybe. I think I don't know.
So the
I hope I'm
quartering
not
is a
right.
punishment where a horse pulls you apart. 4 horses pull you apart.
Yeah. It was supposed to signify like a lot of the videos I made were talking about hobbies that I had when I first started out.
Oh, better yet, actually, Hal, you're like a D&D Andy, so this'll be great, right? Quartering is one of those people who says that D&D has gone woke, and that they're taking all of the good stuff out of D&D because it's gone woke.
Okay, how? So, why?
Well, now I can play somebody in a wheelchair.
Okay, and
Why would there be a wheelchair? It's the Middle Ages.
well, I mean, if you'd rather use a peg leg, like, okay, and
But there's a wheelchair.
there's a fucking wheelchair.
Or
my
better yet, you
God.
know, in Spelljammer, the monkeys, the space
Oh,
monkeys?
yeah.
Yeah, they changed the lore so that way they weren't slaves.
Okay, they still remember like all the other lore, right?
Yes. But they changed
Like,
the
I-
monkeys. They said the monkeys were like black people.
So this is so dumb. This is what you do for a living.
This is what I do for a living.
Oh my God, Diesel. Okay. You can choose to like go a different direction without it being woke. Like if you play someone with a disability in a game, like you have drawbacks. It's basically crippling yourself literally. If you choose to play like a racial minority in a D&D game, you're gonna get racism. How many times do I go through fucking racial slurs in D&D with you?
Well, yes. But I
But-
mean, it's like, you know, it's like you pick a, like, okay, if you're DMing and you have a player that's
Yeah.
playing a character in a wheelchair and your characters go
Yeah.
up the stairs, are you going to have the guy in the wheelchair sit at the bottom?
Fuck yeah, I am.
Oh my God. Maybe you were the
Yeah?
bad choice for this. Yeah,
Like,
but now you're
what?
splitting up the party.
Okay, and
So you would want to handle
if
that?
I'd handle it. If you want to play a fucking cripple in one of my games, you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the wokeness of a D&D session depends on the dungeon master, not the fucking
Not Wizards of the Coast.
Not with I mean like even then, like Wizards of the Coast has made some fucked up lore. Like I was telling you about fucking how half orcs are made and shit. Like
But they're getting rid of that stuff, though, you know, because they want it censored for the liberals.
I honestly okay, and you can just choose what lore you want in your game.
Thank
It's
you.
not that
Thank
deep.
you. Thank you. You gotta
Like-
understand that this was like I wasted like 2 hours on this on stream once.
No. Oh my God, that's so dumb.
This was a really hot button political issue for these guys.
This
Yeah, this is the level of internet
Th-
political discourse. Yes.
this is like what people consider like important to talk about.
Yes, this is American politics at its finest.
Wow. American politics is great. I'm so happy to be here.
Oh shit! I wish you were here earlier. I think they've moved on from all the like what women think and women's expectations of reality and shit like that.
Oh, that is so tragic.
And how they got politicized and like you're like, I'm just playing this nerd card game. So there was like a reference to that crap, like how all that stuff that I was into is getting politicized, and it felt weird and it felt like odd, and so that's how that kind of came about. Was
okay. Somebody wants me to ask you about the Safe Horny.
Oh my
thing.
god, you've told me about this.
Yeah,
Safe
we had
Horny
a whole
thing.
chat. We had a whole discussion about this off
Oh
stream.
my god, it's so fucking dumb.
Okay. So like, yeah, so you know what Safe Horny is, right? Where it's like the stuff that you can be attracted to because it's everybody says it.
Everyone else is
Yeah. See, so again, like what do we even say here? Like
okay, cool. Wow, people can be attracted to conventionally attractive things.
Yeah, but that's like
Is it
you're
that
only
deep?
saying that because it's Safe Horny.
Am I? I don't know. I've gone through some nefarious things with you. I've posted some nefarious things on my Twitter. Like
You do yourself
like-
no favors, young lady.
I like who cares?
It's funny how you can sum that up in such a short way, but it was like a 20-minute conversation I had earlier.
That's so dumb.
Are armpits safe horny? Probably. The chat asked that. I'm not saying that, by the way.
I mean, like, weird, but you do you, King. I don't king shame.
Lightning McQueen.
Lightning McQueen could get it.
Are you okay? All right. Greg wants to know that Hal has a Twitter. Yes, Hal has a Twitter.
Yeah, it's mostly Cat's Twitter.
Cat is her wife. You gotta understand, chat. They're
yeah,
like
I
attached
just
at the hip.
repost. I just repost everything she posts.
Mm-hmm. I cannot understand Asterion. I do not understand why anyone is attracted to him.
Because conventionally attractive, pretty flamboyant, charismatic vampire that you can fix.
You can't fix him.
You can fix him. You quite literally can fix him in the game.
Chad is taking notes. Speaking of, your wife is asking for you back too. Oh my god. Come in here and take her back yourself.
But Kat, I'm having fun.
I can't type and share screen at the same time. Can you tell them that I said to come and get her?
They're watching the stream.
They are watching the stream. No, it literally says that Kat is playing Valorant right now.
She's playing Valorant, but I promise you she's watching the stream.
Gail is my baby girl right now.
Right?
Charlie.
That's what I'm saying. Gale is the best husbando in the game.
Can't believe the polycule is fighting. Ay, Dios. Oh, and now Kat has joined.
Hey, Kat.
He stole you from me.
No, I'll be back.
I don't know what to do.
We've got all night, baby girl. It's okay. Mwah.
Okay. You know what, Diesel?
Uh-huh.
I'll remember this.
Are you kidding me?
I'll remember
hey,
this.
another woman to ask.
Whoa,
So-
what is there to ask?
Okay,
Oh my
okay.
God.
So I'm watching Fresh and Fit with the Quartering right now, and they were talking about the expectations women have of men. And they say that women are only picking the top 1% of men because they get so many options, and that social media is warping their woman brains to only choose like the rich CEOs that are making bread, that they're passing over like good men that make less bread.
This
It's so retarded, right?
It sounds like that nice guy argument.
Right?
But you don't understand. These are red pill alpha males.
It sounds like they get
Are
rejected
they?
too much and they're coping right now.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I fucking said.
Well, they're saying that women's standards are too high.
No, you're just ugly. Like, not like physically, maybe, but like, you've got an ugly personality. It makes our pussies turn into deserts. We are dry down there. We don't give a fuck. Like,
We're
on
coping so
behalf
hard.
of all womankind.
Yeah, that does sound like cope.
Like,
That's really sad.
yeah. And fucking the safe horny debate came back up, Kat.
The what?
The safe horny.
The safe
Oh
horny.
no,
Yeah.
not that again! I just learned about that.
Oh my god.
No! I still can barely wrap my head around that one.
For real.
Oh, fuck.
Diesel's gonna have to sit in the cuck chair again, bro.
Oh my god. All right. Well, I've spent plenty of time on here now, so I'm gonna leave.
Okay.
But have fun. But not too much fun.
I can
I'll
give her.
see you
I
later,
can give her
kitty
back
cat.
soon.
Mm,
You know, I don't
No,
have to take her from
yeah.
you.
You don't even have a right to speak to me right now.
She's
will see you
literally my
later.
patron. What do you mean?
Oh my god.
You got to tell your stream about that one now.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
you got to give them that context.
Oh god.
I'm
Alright.
sure no one cares, but okay.
I love you, Hal. I'll see you
I love
soon.
you too, kitty cat. Mwah.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, chat. Just so everybody knows, in a D&D game that Hal is DMing, I picked Pact of the DM, so Hal
It's
is
like
now
a
my
homebrew
patron.
thing.
Yeah. So I have to do whatever Hal says as my patron. We have a contract now that stipulates
Yeah.
the rules of what she can and can't
I-
make my character do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is basically whatever. There's even a "fuck you, I do what I want" clause. It's hilarious.
I did read that, and because my
Yeah.
character is aware that he's a character in D&D, the contract does also extend to myself.
Yeah. I own his ass.
Wipe that smile off your face.
Says you.
Yeah.
What I started talking about, some like Antifa guy attacked me because he didn't like words I
Oh
had
my
to say
god, this is
online.
good. I'm gonna have to
They're like, so-
explain like American politics to you. This is like, you know, like when a guy's like, "Let me tell you about the Roman Empire." This is the Roman Empire.
Yeah, but I
thing.
know about the Roman Empire.
Then this persona was like
That was
born.
at the conference, right?
Yes, and for the record, he was not wearing a dress at the time.
Oh yeah, so Quartering got attacked by, I believe, a trans individual or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so all these videos came out about Quartering being punched by a trans woman in a dress.
That's great. Someone had to do it.
And a lot of guys say like, you got beat up by a girl in a dress, a guy in a dress.
He literally just corrected himself to be transphobic. Oh my god.
You already
Fair,
know his wife pegs him.
His wife isn't around to peg him. He's in the cuck chair. Okay, she's getting plowed in the airport.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, you're so right. She's getting plowed
was
by
not wearing-
pilots.
Wearing a dress at the time.
Okay.
And I did not get beat up by him, but he did attack me. And
Like, why? Did he just like come up behind you, like, and just like
literally?
why?
So I was at a convention,
Yeah.
Gen Con, which is the biggest like gaming convention in the world.
Oh wow.
And
Is it bigger than
I- there was-
E3? Bigger than E3?
Oh, way bigger than E3.
Okay, so they have no idea what any of them are talking about right now. Just, do you know what Gen Con is?
Is it a gaming convention?
Well, yeah, it's the Warhammer like tabletop convention.
Oh right,
Yeah.
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 Wrong
There's
tabletop.
Yeah.
like
sure mine is
80,000
now.
people that show up to this thing.
Yo, we need to
Okay.
go there, man.
Yeah, we do. Now that I'm getting into gaming, which we're gonna talk about gaming here in a second. Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, skip. I
Okay,
don't-
no one cares.
Yeah, no one cares.
games. He lives on Overwatch. Nigga, that's where you live, nigga. That's
I see you streaming Overwatch. Yeah, what are you talking about?
I was on for 10 hours earlier today, and then we're gonna do 3 podcasts today, so the grind doesn't end.
10 hours.
This is alarming. This is a man playing Overwatch in the year of 2024. That should scare everybody.
For like 20 hours, by the way. Because 10 hours and then 10 hours again. Like, is he okay?
No, I don't think. I think it's this guy on the right who's the one with the escort baby mama drama.
Yeah, no, but playing like 20 hours of Overwatch is a red flag.
Ooh, okay.
Who hates himself that much?
So we're gonna skip the gaming talk and go right to the super chats. And the first one is, what's wrong with paying for box? So what's wrong with paying for a prostitute?
Pussy, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm on. We got let's see here. Tyler No. Okay.
Tyler Durden. Fight Club reference, brother.
Says, hey, Mine, I really respect you, but please don't attack Christianity. Attack 2024 cowardly Christians. The Bible says to be bold and go to war and revolt against societies that are against God. 2024 Christians took the turn to other cheek.
Okay. Their chat is actually psychotic. That was literally just like crazy person rambling. Yeah, holy shit. Okay. Wow, that was quite the chat for him to be reading. These guys are like, what the fuck is going on?
I think for a minute there, he was just saying words. like he was talking, but there was nothing there.
Okay, someone in QTV's Hood Ornament in chat said the other guy has hair plugs and is secretly gay. Is that are you joking or are you serious? Because that would complete this.
Never said anything about Christians.
Yeah,
I don't know I don't know why he's saying that.
Yeah.
KVB, Myron, you chastise paying for box, but box is fast, it's cheap, it's convenient. You save time. You have a plethora of attractive girls to choose from. Girls are hoes these days. So what's the difference? You girls don't.
Have you ever had herpes? That's the difference.
There you go, my friend. Yeah.
I don't think paying makes your chance of getting a STD any less.
No, I mean, I'm pretty sure like prostitutes have to be pretty careful to like avoid that.
I mean, I don't know many
Like-
prostitutes. Shocking, but
Yeah. Well, my friend used to like live in the red light district, so I was like neutrals with Sun. But like, yeah, no,
it gets in the way of business to get an STD.
exactly.
Yeah, you can't make your bread.
Exactly. Like they actually have to be pretty careful, and also like, I mean, if you want to like do that, then good on you. Like, get that pussy.
You're funding the economy, really.
Yeah, you're fun. Like, you know, someone's gotta. It's a job. Someone's gotta do it.
Guys, you have no idea how much I've taken Hal out of her comfort zone for stream right now.
Oh
Like
my
I can
God.
tell she's sitting there and she's actually nervous. And you know what the funny part is? Never gets nervous. Never.
This is probably the first time he has ever seen me nervous.
That's actually saying something. 'cause
Yeah.
She's like the girl boss of the girls that I know.
It's okay. If someone was in here chatting shit, you know I'd go for their throat still.
Let's not do that now.
What?
I can't even begin to describe this to my chat. I can't even talk about this. I just have to like quickly skirt around it and press play on the video.
I just don't like paying for box, guys. If you want to do it, go for it, but I'm not a fan of it. Does anyone remember Dark Cloud? That game was amazing, and Goemon's Adventure. No.
These motherfuckers are just talking about video games, bro. What the fuck? Most of this podcast has been boring bullshit.
Wait, so the one on the right was the one that that has like the prostitute baby mama, and he had nothing to say about that?
I do believe it is him. It would be very funny if it was him, though. Right?
It would
on
be
the
so
left,
funny
right?
if it was him.
Uh,
Like, surely someone should have had more to say there.
There's no reason to be nervous. You're doing great, says chat.
Oh, thank you, chat.
Mass Effect Trilogy is king. Okay, and that's from Greg.
What game is that?
Never heard of it.
What the heck?
Mass Effect, yeah, it's a good game. It's a good, yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah, Mass Effect is good. No.
No, you
he
mentioned another game.
He said Gomez and something else. Nigga, what is that?
Dark Cloud.
Oh, yeah, Dark Cloud, yeah. David says A minor. Oh, no, read that one.
Hold on, one second.
Oh, it's
Bumper
right
rats?
now?
Yep,
It's
bumper rats,
right.
1 second. Give me 1 moment.
Yeah, we really went through time
Memory lane, man.
with them games.
For real, man.
The member berries, man.
Wait,
That's
wait,
why.
remember-
Let me say this out. Everyone should send more Rumble rants in. But like, gossip brings everyone together. You know, that's why video gaming is awesome.
Yeah,
you know,
true.
It
like,
does bring people together. Because I'll tell you this: when I play Overwatch, man, there's a bunch of people that are super liberal fucks that I argue with all the time and tell them that they're trash. But you know, it is what it is.
Let me tell
I
you.
usually just play it so I can call people the N word.
Oh, bro.
Whoa! Oh my god! I play Overwatch to call people the N-word. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I mean, playing Valorant literally makes you bisexual, right? Like that's.
Oh, yeah, you have to.
Yeah, yeah.
Valorant was my bisexual awakening.
I feel-
Bro, what?
This is a wild super chat. I wish I got super chats like this. Another Chinaman, Myron. When you tell me Chinaman, quote, Chinaman, shut the fuck up. You broke Chinaman heart, Chinaman sad, Chinaman cry. Chinaman get no sleep because Myron broke Chinaman heart. I won't lie, that should have me dying. What the fuck does that even mean? Oh my god.
I think I worry for like everyone, you know? Like I think your skibbity toilet shit's bad.
What is bad about the skibbity toilet shit? That's just funny.
Diesel, you are the most Gen Alpha person I know,
Who-
and I have
yeah, but
like
this
4
is-
younger siblings.
It's funny. Skibbity toilet's funny.
Okay, Diesel. Whatever you say, darling.
You're like, please, it's been years. Wake up. Wake up, you're in a skibbity coma.
You're in a skibbity coma.
Oh, I'd be on there doing that too, man. Don't worry, I'd be the top 1 racist online, man.
Oh God,
I get called the N word all the time, and I
Can
feel
you
like,
explain it so it's funnier, Diesel? Can I explain skibbity toilet?
Yeah, go ahead, explain it,
Okay,
Diesel.
so skibbity toilet is where I don't know.
No?
I
Well,
don't
you
know.
must know why it's so funny.
I don't know why it's funny. It just is funny. I don't know what to
Okay.
tell you. It's just funny. The toilets, they
Mhm.
fight the camera heads, and there's
Mhm.
a cool song about everybody wanting to rule the world, and it happens for 90 episodes.
Wow, and you watched all 90 of them?
No.
No?
I'm a poser. I think I've watched like 3.
Interesting, okay.
The Skibibdi lore slaps. I hope it does. I hope it does. Please, your family misses you, Diesel. I'm trying to get back. It's like he's doing surgery on a grape. Oh, that one's funny too. I like surgery on a grape.
That one's quite funny.
See, okay, how come you find that fucking funny, but not Skibibdi toilet? It's the same brand of humor.
Because Diesel, they did surgery on a grape.
Yeah, but then
There you go. Enough said. You
the
fucking
yeah,
no. I
so,
won.
But the toilet thing is the same thing. It's like
Mhm.
it's like random, so it's funny. I'm being like targeted right now.
You are definitely being targeted. Okay.
it's a compliment. You know, I feel like thank you.
Punisher.
Another Chinaman says, Myron, when you tell Chinaman, shut the fuck. You
Okay, what are
broke Chinaman heart, Chinaman sad, Chinaman cry.
He's-
No, man, Chinaman's good, bro. Don't worry
what
about
are
Chinaman.
Oh
we-
shit, Max Payne.
I might as well just go back to the beginning because honestly, the conversation was much more engaging than it is with this garbage. Notice how women get mad at how female characters look, yet men strive to look like the male characters. Question: what's your favorite female video game character crush? There, I'll phrase that conversation to you, Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Do you get mad at how female characters be looking?
Fuck no. I'd fuck most of them.
There you go.
Like what?
Do you? I mean, out of the ladies you hang with, I don't think any of them get. They all say the same thing you'd say. That
No, they
fuck
all
most of
say
them.
that they'd fuck them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know about the Stellar Blade girl?
No. What?
Okay, hold on.
Is this something I should go Google really quick?
Yeah, because I can't type while sharing screen.
Oh fuck yeah, I'd smash.
Okay, well, people say
Wait,
that.
is she legal?
Yes, she's legal.
Okay, fuck yeah, I'd smash.
But people are saying that she's giving an unrealistic like version of women and is, you know, bad for women overall because of her looks.
I challenge you to go and look at the people who are saying that.
So you're saying only ugly people are saying that?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, you know,
Whenever
like,
I
who
bring someone on
cares?
stream, they're always like, "Diesel, show them this. Diesel, bring them this." Like, like you know when you have like a kid and they got like toys out everywhere and they keep bringing them up to you.
Know exactly what you mean.
Because they want me to show the
Damn,
Nikkei
look at that
girls.
ass.
Right? Well, they say that it's wrong. And I don't know who they is, but I'm just like
Okay,
speaking in
okay.
relative terms.
Okay. How can an ass that perfect be wrong? If wrong, why look so right?
Mm-hmm. You're kind of spitting there. You're like
Mm.
Confucius. But for ass.
I mean, as a titty woman, I'm more of a titty woman.
I'm more of a titty woman too, personally.
Good for you, queen. You slay.
Diesel show and tell. I'd love to show you the Stellar Blade, but I can't. Diesel, did you show her the dancing fruits? Guys, it's not always show and tell when I bring somebody on stream. And you know, the thing is, this never happens with Josh. It's only when I bring the women on stream.
Also, I know about the dancing fruit.
I know you know about the dancing fruit.
Yeah. I used to work with autistic children, like in a school. And like sometimes like to just like relax or to like get them settled, we'd put on the dancing fruit. Or like at playtime we'd put it on like yeah.
You're not making my stream sound very intellectual right now.
It's okay. Your stream's smart, I'm sure.
But yeah, there was like the Stellar Blade chick. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, fucking damn. She got the titties too, though.
She does. She does. I mean, she's like, again, she's by the Nikkei people. So.
Yeah. You see, to me, like you know the equivalent of seeing like Doom Guy for a guy and
Mhm.
going, damn, I want to look like that. It's like that.
So
Like,
you'd want to look like the Stellar Blade chick.
Nah.
No.
But like, yeah.
If it didn't require like, I don't know.
If
like-
it didn't require like surgery and extreme amounts of effort, then yeah.
Yeah, I
but,
was gonna
like,
say
nah.
like she's easily like 6
Yeah.
feet some odd inches tall. So unfortunately, Hal, you were also short. So
I'm like your size. What the fuck does that make you? As a man.
I gotta not invoke your wrath on stream, bro.
Yeah.
I'm 5'9", chat. Okay, that's like right below average height for a male. Just to clarify.
Whatever you say, King. You cope however you want.
I'm not showing her pamper chew. That is not happening, chat.
He's all like pamper chew.
I used to work with autistic children. Is that her saying we're special? Because I like being special. Oh, Dios. Let's see if there's any more interesting super chats.
Not really like. I mean, Max. Let's be honest though. Max Payne. The only thing that was cool about that shit is because you could slow down time.
Just
That
But that was revolutionary.
was cool, really cool back then. Yeah, that was.
Matrix.
But the storyline was typical, right? The gameplay was like, but it was just really cool to fuck.
You get to slam painkillers to fill your health, and it had bullet time.
Yo, you know what's crazy? That game, like you're slamming painkillers to get rid of the pain and everything else like that to heal yourself. That was before, like, you know, oxy and all that other stuff became.
Yeah, that's true. Now
This is way before like the oxy epidemic.
and you die.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I don't care.
Yo, isn't that crazy how like back in the day people didn't give a fuck at all? Like if you watch this Chappelle show, I be trying to tell people, yo, if you watch this Chappelle show like back in the day, like 04, 05, when it was out, like it would never pass for today. People were like,
Oh, it was golden back then, though. It was the best.
It was fucking great, man. Like, it was just so politically incorrect. It was great.
Bioshock, you would inject yourself?
Bioshock, what?
Oh, yeah. Bioshock,
Yeah.
you would inject yourself? Like,
Yeah.
Like, I'm running out of power, bro.
What do you inject yourself with?
It would be like different, like type of like gooey juice.
I am
like
autistic,
heroin.
so I'm not beating her allegations. Chat's like outing themselves as autistic now.
What's wrong with being autistic?
No, there's nothing wrong with it. They just want
Yeah.
you to be their teacher,
Good.
Al. Come on.
Good for you guys.
Hero.
Like, yeah, heroin, steroids.
Teacher
All right, interesting.
ASMR
What else we got here?
coming soon.
Ravioli goes.
Teacher
Sometimes the
ASMR.
women get mad at how.
You should do a teacher ASMR.
Oh, I can't be asked.
Why? Does it just remind you too much of your old
It
job?
reminds me. You know, I really miss my old job.
Mhm. I mean, listen, you're on stream right now. Do you wanna teach them the numbers?
No, because then then you're gonna have to pull up the numbers so that we can follow along. And it's just
Oh,
effort,
true.
you know.
Yeah, that's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to be a teacher. I get it.
It really is. It really is. I mean, you would know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Female characters look, yeah, men strive to look like the male characters. Question: what was your favorite video game, female video game character crush? As a kid. Okay.
Oh, if it makes Hal feel any better, 2B is only 5'5". I did not know 2B was only 5'5". But
I'm
yeah,
also
also
taller than 5'5".
Hal is not 5'5". Hal is quite tall. Well, not
I'm
like
5'8".
yeah, she's
like-
shorter than me. So
but,
that's
like
what's important.
only by an inch. Like,
That makes a difference, okay?
I'm sure you tell yourself that.
I don't know one.
Tifa. Easy.
Oh, Tifa. Yo, of course. Yo, they showed a lot of love.
Yeah,
when we made
Tifa could
I
get
know, a lot of fan service.
Yeah, Tifa.
Oh, you know
Tifa's.
the term.
Tifa could get
Tifa's
it.
a
Yeah,
baby.
big titties. I mean,
Yeah.
Chun-Li was pretty hot.
W men.
yeah, Chun-Li.
Yeah, Chun-Li, Street Fighter. Back in the day when I was a kid. JSF,
First a watermelon, I think.
I clocked a lot of StarCraft hours.
Oh my god, I don't care.
You see, now they're just talking about hot video game characters.
I
like,
know,
who
that's
cares?
it. Most of this
That's just
Hal's a Dami mommy.
Shall I play the soundbite again?
Fine, you can play it again.
Oh fuck, which one is it?
Don't play the other one.
I don't remember which one it is.
Don't play it then.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go to the other VC and
Okay,
check which one.
sure.
Oh wait, I can just leave and come back.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
Hal, you are the master of me.
There you go.
Shout out to the guys who play strategy games.
Oh my god. What favorite? Hold on, let me just check the timestamps.
Okay.
Why did Jeremy? Why did they ban Jeremy from a card game?
Yeah, I played Magic the Gathering since
Oh,
1993
shit.
until they banned me, like in 20.
So Jeremy used to play Magic the Gathering, and I think he got banned for being like racist or some shit like that.
Well, then there you go. That's why.
Well, he wouldn't phrase it like that. So the white guy,
They banned you?
the white guy on
They
this
get banned from Magic the
podcast, Quartering, says that he
Mhm.
has 2 gay black dads.
Okay.
As you can
And
see,
that's how he's acting.
well, he doesn't actually have 2 gay black dads. That's
There
just
you
so that
go,
way he can
then.
get away being racist.
Okay.
What else has he said? He doesn't like the idea of Shane Dawson being able to have a child. That's another one.
To be fair, I don't think anyone does.
Yeah, Shane's just a crazy person. I will say that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Jeremy's reasoning is because he's gay, which
Well, that's
is
dumb.
dumb. Yes.
His 2 gay black dads are gonna be in tears hearing that.
Yeah, it's 2 gay black dads. Diesel caught. Screenshot. Thanks, chat. Thanks. I appreciate it. Yes, this is the guy who was talking about the gays stealing babies. Yes.
Well, I'll give you the short
God.
version.
Yeah,
Wrap it up.
How old
Essentially,
is this man?
He's like in his late 40s.
Does he have any kids?
No,
Well, then why the fuck does he care?
because
Go make some babies.
it's ruining the nuclear family, Halloween.
The nuclear family's being ruined. All right. Like, who cares?
I like how your answer to all this shit is like, who cares? But you have no
Legit.
idea how much of this takes up political
No,
discourse.
here's the thing. I can imagine, and that's what makes me sad. Because people be arguing about the dumbest fucking shit.
But this is the most important stuff, okay? You got to realize
Yeah, yeah.
that when they had the
The-
card
the
that said
water's turning
expel
the frogs
black
gay.
creatures in Magic the Gathering, okay? That they were censoring that card that clearly had the KKK going after black ghosts. The nuclear family died. We killed their natural habitat in the nuclear power plant.
Base.
I realized that they had printed the company had gotten more and more progressive, and they started printing these articles like on the official website, basically how men were gatekeeping women out of the game. Well, because I actually played the game and I knew what it looked like when women walked.
Hal, are you being gatekept out of Magic the Gathering?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm too powerful.
Oh, so
They had
you're
to
not
keep me
allowed
out
to
of it.
play because you're too good at the game.
Yeah.
Who beat who last time we played Magic?
No, okay, mister. You use an actual like deck that requires
Guys,
a modicum
I
of a
played a
brain
red.
cell.
I played a solo red deck, and I beat her in Magic the Gathering, and she got mad at
No.
me.
No, you guys don't understand. It was like an entire fucking burn. Like he didn't do shit. He played a 1/1 that did fucking my entire health of damage and was like, yeah, GG's. I was like,
I
okay.
played a meta deck and won, and she got mad that I played the game optimally.
Mm. No, I got mad that you think it's like worth gloating about that you didn't use anything worthwhile to beat me.
We need yeah, not solo red. Okay, I meant to say
Yeah,
mono
it's
red.
mono red.
Excuse me. Does Hal know Toxic? Yes, they played D&D
Yeah.
together.
Here's the thing. Before he got that deck, I beat him like most of our Magic games.
Okay. So Axis just donated $100. Holy shit.
Mhm.
I had muted the alerts. I'll read what you said, Axis. Alright, so the hot video game girl controversy is entirely based off of Sony and the Western game industry in general being xenophobic to Asian studios and misplaced anger over how shit game journalists are. Yeah, that is 100% the discourse about it. They just really it's always with like Asian video game characters, never with other ones. And then also
Yeah.
who the fuck reads like game journalists? Okay, nobody does.
True.
But holy shit, Axis, thank you for 100. That was very based of you. Holy shit. But yeah, sorry to cut you off, Hal, but you know.
No, you good. You good.
Jesus
they went
fucking
again.
Christ. Oh my god. Okay. Like Sony has a check where they unfairly censor third-party games. It has nothing to do with politics or any of that shit. This entire argument is so dumb, and I'm tired of these grifting assholes messing with my hobbies.
That's
Holy
so fair.
shit. Thank you, Axis. That was bro's keeping my fucking lights on today, bro. Oil prince. Hal, can I make you say something nice for Axis now?
Yeah, sure. What do you want me to say?
I don't know. I was hoping
No,
you'd come up with something.
that was very kind of you. He thanks you.
Oh, thank you. Diesel, does Hal know FPS Diesel? That guy posts some pretty good videos.
I've heard of him. I don't know. Whenever I've like checked in on his channel, like nothing really interests me. I think he's kind of cringe, but
Thanks. That was really nice
You're-
of you.
I know I'm so
Yeah.
nice to you.
No, but okay.
Oh, did I hurt your feelings that time?
No, you didn't hurt my feelings. You can't hurt my feelings. That's the thing.
I know.
Where do I pay for Hal to thank me?
You have to spend $200 on Diesel's stream for that.
Holy shit. Greg is simping for you very hard in my chat tonight.
I've noticed,
Yes.
yeah.
Greg is nice, though. He's a good mod. Are they going to talk about the Sweet Baby Ink shit? Probably not.
In the game shop was basically like music would play. Every guy in that place would get down on their knees to like welcome her. So they would print all these articles like, "Oh, men are gatekeeping our game." It's like it was the start of the BS where like.
Would you like everybody in the game store to get down on your knees when you enter? You're gonna say yes. I already know you're gonna say yes.
Well, not like on their knees, but like, I wouldn't complain.
I know you wouldn't.
But
complain.
like, is
you're
that
you're
what
clearly
we're,
the
is that what we're
exception.
here to talk about? Like,
Well, I'm trying to get back to the subject at hand. But
yeah, let's get back to that subject. at
I'm
hand.
sorry. I'm very distracted easily. If you've ever watched my streams, Hal, I know you don't.
I don't.
Axis said, "Give Greg a good boy or something for me. He's amazing."
Okay, Greg, you're a real good boy. There you go.
Holy shit.
Just make different choices. They don't want to play Magic the Gathering.
Hey, Hal, does Diesel know Hal? She seems pretty cool too.
Yeah. Diesel, why didn't you tell them about Hal?
Because I knew how my chat is, you know, and I knew that if Hal met Hal, it'd be over. So I just couldn't, you know.
Yeah, that would be a
dorky chess plus math game. But they're like, well, the real problem is the men. So then I
okay.
would start
So
to...
are we getting back to the point, or
Yeah, they're talking about how Magic the Gathering is a boys' club. So,
I mean, I play it, so it can't be that much of a boys' club.
yeah, I
Cat
don't.
played it. It can't be that much of a boys' club.
Yeah, like I don't like I've played Magic with women before.
Yeah, like, I mean, like, it's definitely like more of a guy thing, but I wouldn't say it's like a boys' club.
You've never
It's not like you
never
get
felt like you
bullied
were
out of
being
it.
excluded. As a...
No. People fucking like everyone like guy that I've met that I've told I play Magic is like, oh my god, that's so cool. It's not like, ew, girls can't play Magic.
They probably play with stanky guys. Yeah, stanky guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, stank attracts stank, you know?
It's so stinky girls are gonna hook up with stinky guys. Bro, the smell must be ridiculous in
The
there.
smell would be so bad.
Oh my god. You know, like the foghorn sound, like when you enter the building, like
Yeah.
respond to these articles, and I was young, and so I would get a little too spicy.
Yeah, you use those words that we like to use when we play video games. I know.
Well,
I know.
not all of them.
Guys, he would play Magic the Gathering and he would say slurs.
On
Happens to the
Magic
best
the
of us.
Gathering. Oh wow.
I don't think I could get that upset at Magic to start saying
Right?
slurs, you know? Like Valorant, I
know,
get
man.
it.
You got me pretty, yeah.
Bro, this person comes in the chat and constantly asks for me to do oil streams. Like, there's another guy who wants me mpreg. And it's all the time.
What?
What do you mean what? I think I was very clear.
Yeah, I know, but like it took me a second.
Was it just too much at once?
No, it's just too much.
MTG stank is way worse.
Hmm.
I think Warhammer stank is the worst. By far, Warhammer stank is pretty stanky.
Yeah. I mean, Nurgle, am I right?
I mean, I think Death Guard players are being unlawfully labeled as stinky because I don't smell, and I own quite a lot of Death Guard. So, I smell quite clean, actually.
Whatever you say, Diesel.
Diesel getting oiled up and started twerking. No.
Yeah, I would get a little too offensive, and
We'll
then
get you
but
to
it's
do
all right.
that
It's
another
cool.
time, Diesel. Don't worry.
Oh, you're gonna... Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
By
on
the
stream.
way, chat, Hal is the same person who bought the maid dress. So
I did. Yeah.
yes. I give you too much power. I should have just not said that.
Bro, you're the first person I met that got banned from a card game.
Yeah, for real.
That's
They
crazy.
banned me from the game, and check this out. So when you buy the cards, you own them digitally. I probably, I don't know, $30,000 in digital currency and cards and stuff.
Yeah.
They banned me and took it. They took my card collection too.
No, bro.
No.
Yeah.
So, for you young niggas, that's like 100 Charizards.
Yeah. Well, like I don't know what you say.
they banned him from MTG Arena. He was so offensive. Holy shit. You can't even chat in that game.
Yeah. I was like, what? Was he just like fucking nice every 5 seconds? Like, that's about as toxic
Yeah, that's
as you
about as
can
toxic as
be.
you can be. Yeah.
They took a bunch of skins or whatever, that like have real value, like CS:GO skins.
Because here's the thing. I remember when Magic the Gathering, right? Because I used to go to a game shop myself. Damn, I'm a nerd as well. And I would play Yu-Gi-Oh, but we would always see the Magic
Black
the
guys
Gathering
always play Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, that's true. The niggas-
Black guys always play Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh shit.
Once again, grew up playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
Hal is also a black guy, if you guys didn't know.
I am also a black man,
Yeah.
if you could not tell. I blend in with my white walls, but I'm a black man.
You identify as a black man.
Yeah, I sexually identify as a black man. And that's why I fuck so many bitches.
play
Black guys
Yu-Gi-Oh.
like Yu-Gi-Oh,
They
man.
do, man. They do. Dark Magician, baby.
Yeah.
But I would see the Magic the Gathering guys there. And bro, the Magic the Gathering is dedicated. It's been out since the fucking 80s, bro. People still play that shit
Wow.
to this day. But sorry, you were saying, Jeremy.
People know the Lord.
Well, I just mean like so they banned me, right? So then what I did was I said, oh, okay, well I'm just gonna charge back everything. So I went through my credit card, I charged back every purchase I ever made, and they lost everything. So they paid me back. So I got my money back 10 years later.
Nice.
But it did suck because I
no,
love that game. It's like whatever
that
you think.
company
Obviously,
is
like
gonna
banging
be
chicks
so
is great,
hurt
but like
by that.
whatever hobby you have as a guy or a girl, to have that ripped away from you does suck. But it's all right. I'm doing just fine.
You must have followed the Lord too.
Yeah, I followed it. I mean, I was balls deep, man. I was playing since
Balls deep, yeah,
1993.
that's what that
Like I
Magic
was,
breaking, man.
I was into it. I loved it. I still love it. And I have card shops around me that don't care that I'm banned. And and it's fine. They let me play, but I also feel it's kind of cucking a little bit to give them my money. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
try to find something else.
Understandable. Damn, bro, that sucks. Because Magic the Gathering, they have a dedicated fucking
No, that is true.
support base, bro.
Niggas play Yu-Gi-Oh.
Bro, yeah, but nobody.
I'm not stereotyping. I play
That's
the
true.
game. I know.
Niggas don't play Yu-Gi-Oh though. That is a black thing, but niggas don't play Magic the Gathering. I'll tell you that.
They don't. They
Yo,
don't.
I'm niggas are some weirdos.
The-
I walked to they were doing Magic at the store I went to today. And I literally saw a black guy playing Magic the Gathering. I don't know what to tell you. Like,
Bro. Like,
Not gathering for Magic the
what?
Gathering.
you just don't get it. You're not you can't
Oh,
understand the
What?
alpha pill.
Excuse me,
you know?
I am a black man. If anyone gets it, it's me. How dare you?
Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Fucking apologize.
I'm very sorry. Oh shit. Axis is I listen, I don't understand these fucking people, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just don't claim these people.
We just
All right.
don't-
They
I
they
like how
they, they,
you're
they might
fully-
share a hobby. We don't claim them. Okay.
Hal, you're as white as ice, okay? Like
Excuse, are you disrespecting my preferred like identity again?
Yeah, uh-huh.
I'll press the other button, Diesel.
Don't press the other button.
What do you say?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But the
Anyway,
Gathering
yeah,
fucking
we
Yu-Gi-Oh,
don't
bro.
claim them.
Hal was kings. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, niggas like that pot of greed, you know what I'm saying?
Exodia,
Yeah.
pot of greed.
The black shoes, that pot of greed. Try to get them Exodia pieces. Goddamn, man. The forbidden
They
one.
love the weeb shit, man. They love Final Fantasy too, apparently.
They do, you know? Yeah. Okay. His character in the game is probably skinny too.
Mine's ribbed, six pack, just like me.
All right, what else? Anything else before?
Yes, we got
Okay.
two more.
GSF, damn, I want to talk about Warhammer too, but that's gonna be the next episode. How's it going, Fresh and Fit? You guys should make an episode on streaming games when you need equipment, etc. GTA 6 coming out next year. I mean, I can show you how my streaming setup. I got a pretty good gaming setup.
Yeah, on a crazy setup, bro.
yeah,
Yo,
it's insane.
It's insane, bro.
anything
Yeah.
else?
You should be.
I wish they talked about Warhammer on this. That would be so funny. Holy shit. That would just tie everything together. I'm skipping ahead.
You've ascended to the true scale with your lame ass controller on PC if you want.
Yeah,
but
no, that's a huge. Bro, I did that at first. So I put
Is
it
Hal invited to the cookout? I guess so.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
watch right first
Yeah.
with a controller on PC. No aim assist. Stupidest thing I could ever do. I was
Why
getting
would you? Yeah,
destroyed.
play with it. You
I was
need
getting
it.
absolutely destroyed. Like, because you don't get aim assist and you're on a controller. It's like, bro, it's like you're handicapping yourself on the handicap. So I
Someone
was like,
said rejected from art school, so I assume this was like a Hitler comment, but I don't. They're just gamer talk.
You gotta use it.
You gotta learn mouse and key, man. It's the way to go. But yeah, Master Race, baby. Master Race is mouse and keyboard
Finally.
and PC, bro. Like console is.
Look right here, waiting.
Yeah. Okay, Myron, have you played the finals yet? Best game is in the.
Diesel's being really submissive and breedable tonight.
No, he always is. You guys just don't see it.
Thanks.
Yeah, you can fuck me, Kat.
One of my other mods. Hal sounds really abusive and toxic. Diesel, you should introduce us. Hal's actually very nice, guys, okay? She's like putting on, like, this is an act. Holy shit. But, you know, it's always interesting to hear that from the chief baller cat.
In the past 5 years, hands down. I haven't played that. David De Niro, 1K.
It's a recent.
No,
shooter.
it was this one's Dark Horses.
Bro's is saying nothing.
Yeah.
They literally is just saying
They're saying words.
No,
but
I
there's
mean,
nothing
I
there.
feel
Yeah.
blacker right now than I was an hour.
Oh, he feels blacker than he was an hour ago. You can see the melanin coming in on his skin, dude. Let's see.
Wild.
So they usually, what they do is a lot of the time, this and there's another podcast that they just bring on like literally like quantifiably dumb hoes, like unironically like morons, and they just ask them like real stupid questions and they'll like answer, right? And so they got a lot of that, you know, like that big lady, Gortak the Destroyer or something. She's like
her, yeah.
yeah. She's like from one of these podcasts, and yeah.
Enough said, really, right?
Smelly feminist gets kicked off the podcast after this. Yeah. Diesel, don't tell us this is an act. Let us enjoy the Dom Hal energy.
No, that's not an act. I'm just a little nicer to him.
Gorlock. Yeah. I couldn't remember her name. Let's see. I don't know. It's hard to even know what to look at. Addressing the pregnancy allegations. Yeah. I need to get up to snuff on the lore about their pregnancy allegations for Fresh and Fit, because there's a lot there. But you know, that's definitely for another time. And then who knows? Maybe we'll get Hal back to it, because you know, as a woman, she can give us the womanly perspective.
Yeah. As a woman, you know, it's my job to know how birthing and everything related.
No,
to
it's
it.
not. It's not. I'm not asking. That is not what I meant.
No, it's okay. I'll give you the talk. You clearly need it.
Not the fucking
Yeah.
talk. I'm staying to talk about the tea, which is different.
Oh, okay. We can
Right.
talk about the tea then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which am I allowed to plug what you do, or am I not?
No.
This fucking lady. Yeah. We need to watch the Abba and Preach video. Yeah. But yeah, we'll bring Hal back for that one as well. But right now, I think we'll end stream.
Because you know, Cat's dying without me.
Yeah, I know Cat's dying without you. So thank you, chat, for listening to us watch that. Honestly, kind of a waste of time. I think between
Such a
Josh
waste
and
of
Hal,
time.
we've had a very eclectic group of people give their hot takes. Do you ever hear about ovulation, boss? Yeah, I know what that is, Cloudy. I'm gonna go now.
Do you?
I do
What
know
is
what it
it?
is. I'm not talking right now on stream.
Yeah, no, for the people that don't.
Can we promote house content if you don't? Yeah, if you like drop a link to her channel that she doesn't want to be
Greg,
there.
I'll be very disappointed if you do that.
She's very bashful. She doesn't like, help.
I don't need your help.
I know.
Yeah.
I now know exactly how Diesel feels when he gets made during one of those dumb exposed videos where someone says a bunch of stupid shit. Yes. All right, guys. Take care. Goodbye.